Hello and welcome to Rolling Escapades, episode number 63. This should be the penultimate episode. Dungeons & Dragons, Storm King's Thunder campaign. It's been fun. As always, Destai is our sponsor. Fine makers of awesome chainmail goodies. Doing all sorts of things like key rings, which are pretty sweet, and dice bags, which are also pretty cool. There is a link in the description below to the website where you can go and browse. She also makes like various types of jewelry, just custom orders, things like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff you do want to go look and explore. You'll also find in the description a link to our fundraising page. At this point, we have finished. It was last week. But you can still donate. And the VOD should still be available on Twitch for the time being. I'm not sure how long Twitch keeps them up
14
there.
days.
It is still there. You have another week. So you can go and watch, as we did, 48 hours of board and tabletop gaming to raise money for Mind. Every single penny helps. You have until... it's August, September, October, November, so the 26th of November, I believe, or the 24th of November, 2008. Please do, it goes for a great cause. Mind do fantastic work in raising awareness on mental health issues, and removing the stigma there attached. That's that. Last week, we had a fight. That was last week. That more or less sums it up. Also, ow. Yes, ow.
No, not a fight. Just multiple fights all at once, really.
I
Just
just
one
realised.
big fight.
Oh,
I was wondering how long it's going to take for someone to clock onto that.
what? Oh dear.
Around the boat.
Yeah. Whoop.
Big old bundles
Part of the ship.
joy.
Part of the crew, part of the ship. Yeah, so you guys began your assault on the Kraken Society boat that was holding Hekaton
Why?
hostage.
Because he can.
We did one, so I have to outdo that.
Oh, okay, say so.
You did unfortunately suffer some casualties during the fight, which at the time I forgot about, so I'm now going to mention. Obviously, the 4 crew members that got blasted by the cone of ice are ice blocks now. Also included in the same blast was Smittens. Smittens is dead.
Right.
Smittens has died. Also in the same blast was parts of the ship. So that furnace that was powering the balloon sort of exploded. And a fire elemental sort of stepped out, started wreaking havoc on the ship. So where you guys were planning to sort of fly up and recapture the ship and all will be okay, it's on fire. And slowly sinking. So that ship dead.
But so is the fire element.
Oh yeah, eventually the fire elemental will also die as the ship sinks beneath the surface. The fire elemental will die, but it went out in a literal blaze of glory.
I'm just glad the firemen didn't follow up on the thing, because it would have come out quick enough.
Yeah, but it was busy burning the boat because the DM forgot that it was there. So
I presume as well the fact that it's being trapped there intentionally, it's going to be pissed with the crew.
oh yeah, I mean
So-
the sleeping crew members are dead.
Yes.
4 sleeping crew members. On the bright side, their colleagues are no longer icicles.
Because they're doing.
Because they're now ash.
Yes, they're now ash instead. Yeah.
But the alive ones that woke up are probably also ash.
Oh yeah. Yes. They dead. What I'm imagining happening is the fire elemental probably just burnt it. It just fell through the first layer of the first deck, and landed in a room that has them all sleeping in, and just sort of torched them when they were asleep, without even meaning to. Because it just burnt through the wood. Like, at some point, the wood just gave out beneath it, and it went.
But we
People.
have our own fire elemental, so...
You do.
We are not having a fight continue.
Oh, definitely they're good.
So at the end of it, you did kill the entirety of the Kraken Society. The wizard proved problematic, but he was brought down, and you destroyed the chains holding Hekaton in stasis. Then he got a bit violent and started smashing into you guys, but then Snap talked him down and all was
That
well.
was actually very successful.
Yes.
It was like one line, one sentence, and it was like, oh!
So we left literally at the end of that. You have a body with things on it, which you're picking up, the wizard body, and you've got Hekaton standing there.
You should be the other
Yeah,
way.
I'm just
Who
gonna
is,
I'm
who
gonna
is
search
this way?
I'm going to search the wizard and take all this crap.
Okay, I mean, it's
Make
not
a
hard.
side.
He
You
has
got to hand down by was it Griffin or?
the Griffin. The Griffin has him.
Yeah,
But
in
place the
his
body on the
arms.
floor.
Yeah.
You're
You're all there anyway. The
Yeah.
only ones that aren't is me and Alton, because we're on the other side. So
Yes.
Because we have a storm
We had a discussion off camera, right, as to where the items were going to go.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
It's
Yes.
just the 2 items, are there? Or are there more?
Yeah, he's got a really cool looking robe of a grey colour, I believe.
Yes.
Cool, and a really cool like staff of
pink colour.
Oh, ultimate power.
it's like a black obsidian staff. It looks, fuck's sake,
Well played.
it's this one.
It looks like the older one, but it's made of blackness.
That's pretty cool.
That's the staff of frost, but that's what just
Mixed
out.
stuff for us.
I don't think I have a picture of the other thing.
It's got a red one, I think.
What? Fucking hell.
Stuck next to this every other week.
Imagine living with it.
Okay, there's a white one,
He challenges. He takes it as a
but
challenge.
it's grey instead. So he's wearing a robe that looks sort of like that, but it's grey.
It looks awesome.
Just that
Good
right
to
there.
know.
So Hekaton is looking down at you, Snap,
Yeah, he is.
and you said you're
Because I said that.
You mentioned his daughter.
I said, oh shit, what was it?
something along the lines
Something
of
about
Sarissa
sent us
sent
to
us-
free you from your captives.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
yes.
And then he decided not to
And
try
then he said to
stab
me, "You're very
Maybe that was
small."
happening.
I
He
believe.
did say you were very small.
So,
He definitely said that.
yeah,
Does your character have a Napoleon complex at all?
what?
No,
Napoleon complex.
short man syndrome.
No, he doesn't. Well, he might. He will just end up fireballing or
Hekaton.
some shit. I don't know.
Maybe.
He might be, but he's
So
slightly mad anyway.
I'm just getting to the information I need.
He doesn't have a Napoleon complex, he's just insane.
He's just slightly crazy in the head at times.
At least he's honest about it.
No.
Yes.
I assume you would like to go home. I have one of these conches which can get us there.
That's very good.
If we all gather round, there are 8 of us. I can take that many with me.
You've sort of got to come down to me.
I've climbed down.
I guess we're all going down,
There, I can get it.
except for the griffin.
Yeah.
Does it transport 8 willing creatures?
Yeah.
Sorry, Griffin.
Yeah.
It's alright, you
I'm
just
gonna have
dispel
to
it, it'll
dispel
come back to you.
Yeah, but it means I have to spend another spell slot of 4th level now.
Yeah, but we're back to under the water.
Do we have 2 conches?
No.
Wow, why didn't we come
You took
around a
teleport
giant?
spell.
I technically do have the teleport spell.
There you
But
go.
I need to know where I'm going better than I
And
would
you
or
could
ending up
miss
somewhere else.
that.
You know the Maelstrom. You've been there.
In passing,
Yeah,
he does have a specified
Yes,
one for
I
that.
do really need my...
Go to the mishap chart. Let's see what it says.
It will get me. I've
What if we
seen
go
casually,
another
that's
week
what it
and
would have been.
years to summon him again.
Yeah. So as long as you roll above 50, basically, you're all good.
Off target will dump me in the middle of the ocean, 700 foot.
Well,
I'm not
then-
going with you.
That would be hilarious. We all go. You
Well,
try and match
right.
this, and you land
You go
up
with the
just next to
Griffin.
the ship.
Everyone else.
No.
No, you take the guy with the swim speed.
Wait,
I know you do only have one.
does
Never
it
mind.
cast teleport, or does it bring 8 willing creatures?
It casts teleport.
So
It
if I
casts
cast it,
teleport.
I can make it affect my griffin. Because any spell I cast affects
It needs to be attuned to
just
him.
me. I'm wrong. never mind.
It'll also, yeah.
I'm
It also
wrong,
things that target only you.
Yeah. So I can take my griffin, leave you guys behind. And King
I
Hekaton.
think you have to be attuned to it.
You do.
Do require attunement.
We ain't got time for that.
I don't want to wait here for
You
an
could,
hour.
No,
you
you
could
do
tell
that.
it to fly somewhere and meet you later.
No.
Let's go.
Does the contra count as it doesn't count as a spell, does it?
It does.
Yeah, it casts
Yeah.
teleport spell.
If he's on the thing,
No, because they're
He has to target a spell that targets only himself.
oh, it's only if
So if he
targets
heals
it
himself,
Yeah.
then the Griffin gets healed as
Okay.
well.
If you cast a
So
master
does
spell.
everyone gather round and
Yes.
soz about the Griffin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Assuming King Hekaton's like, yeah, let's go.
Someone
instead
needs
of
to help
like,
me down the
let's wrestle.
stairs.
Someone help me down the fucking ladder, then I'll do
Get the
it.
griffin to pick
You
up
do
and
it.
drop
Put
it.
the griffin in one of the bag of holding for like just 20 seconds.
Yes, that could work.
Yes, actually.
Or
Do we
I'm
have
really
to
sorry, I'm really
stay?
sorry, get in the bag.
You're
smallest. Yeah, but I'm holding the bag and you're easier to get in than the griffin.
You weigh less.
He has another bag.
He weighs less though.
Oh.
Yeah, but we can't put me in a bag because I have a bag.
Yeah, you can. You can give him a bag.
That's not happening.
Get in the bag.
Alright, so
Get it in the bag.
Get in the bag.
No.
The Faerun version of getting the bag.
Like the griffin will probably tear it trying to get in. It's a big ass, large
Yeah.
creature.
If he gets in the bag, then we'll give him the nice shiny cloak.
I mean, it literally takes what?
No.
6 seconds to do the spell and 2 seconds to get in and out, so it's just 10 seconds.
It's
max.
no issue.
I've seen what happens in those bags.
Well, they don't have air for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think there is
Oh,
anything
also, we're gonna
in
leave
the
the bag
bag.
open. I'm not going to close it, it's just like shove
Oh,
you
so,
in.
yeah, I
does
mean-
someone throw something in the bag?
Yeah.
Do you?
I'll get in a bag,
Do
but
you
I'm
really
an
want
8
it?
This
Yes,
is why I
with
ordered the
its
short one to go in.
faithful companion, Flappy McFronspeak.
We,
Who helped kill that mage.
Oh, it's now
who's about
Flappy
to give us all-
McFronspeak now.
we all weigh
So
too
you just
much
put
to
the
get
bag
in
over his head, pushing it down.
Fine, I'll get in the bag.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll leave the lid
Thank
open.
you.
Yeah, if
No,
if it's
close the
open,
lid.
you can't run
Close
out of
the
air.
lid.
No, I'll suffocate him.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
in
it does mean
10
the portal is
minutes.
open. Just in
Has 10
case.
minutes air
It's
in
going to
there
take less
already.
than 30 seconds.
Alright,
Yeah,
cool.
what's
He's
the
in the
risk?
bag.
Put it in the bag. Before you do notice this, you're not exploring the ship or anything.
Oh, I mean, we
I
probably should.
Dude,
thought
yeah,
about
let's
it.
have a look
already
in
That
the...
might be a very good
Did
point.
we not
like,
look in the captain's
the
cabin?
You've
captain's
not.
cabin is the
You
best
you
place.
Don't know
you
where the captain's
opened a
cabin is.
door. That was it.
Let's
Uriel
look in the
opened a
captain's
door.
I found
You
the
literally
cargo
have a
hold,
look.
I didn't even open the door.
No,
You-
fuck that.
He
Yeah.
did at the
I
bottom. He
found
opened the
the
bottom
cargo hold.
floors.
Oh yeah, you found the cargo. That's it.
which
Yeah.
is empty.
So
Or
you saw
Crates.
all of the cultists came out of this room, and the spellcaster came out of this room.
The spellcaster room. Go
The
to the
spellcaster.
Someone went in there,
important
didn't
place.
No,
No.
I refused to.
Oh, I thought you
No
were...
one.
I'm
You
not
have looked.
dying.
You've looked in one room
I'm
out
going
of
to-
4.
We'll check the rooms, make a big hole in the bottom of the boat and peace out.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
Cool.
whilst
Maybe
they're
not the
checking,
latter part, but
I
yeah.
choose the
that count
cult.
as a short rest.
How long are people checking for?
Not long.
Enough.
10
Not an hour.
minutes.
Not an
10
hour.
minutes.
Rather be
10
in
minutes?
and out.
It depends if we're all doing it separately, as well.
I thought we were all going to do it together.
How many rooms are there?
Search separate rooms.
Liam,
Oh,
there are
Pair up.
four rooms to look through. One of them is a cargo bay. It doesn't have anything else in it, as far as you guys
So
can
that-
tell
so
from a cursory glance.
Have you looked and looked?
Alright,
I
so
looked
let's
through
look
these.
at
We spread out and have a
I
look.
looked in.
You're next to the cult
No.
room, so
No one's looked in apart
Right,
from
I'll go in this one down here.
the second level,
No, the bottom one.
the bottom one, cargo one.
Oh, that's the cargo one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
look, whatever.
I'll look on the other
giant
side.
To just,
What, on the bottom.
thing
Right,
that's appeared.
cargo room. Teldrin, anyone else?
I'm doubling up with him.
Magic room.
Room opposite other bottom layer, bottom deck room. We've got Uriel. Anyone else? Cool. Cultist room.
Do you want to look in it? I'm not really fast, to be honest.
Alright, I'll do it.
Cool.
I'll
Alton.
keep guard out.
And wizard room.
Magic
Yeah, so
room.
I'll go
Magic
magic
room.
Cool. So
Magic
let's
wizard.
do the cargo hold first.
Oh, I'm really hoping
Cargo
I don't
hold,
find any...
Why is the rogue in the
So
bar
good.
that did the opening stuff gone into like the worthless cargo?
I can't open it.
So, Teldrin, you spend some time looking around. It is just a cargo hold. There's nothing of interest in here. You do spot a couple of rats sort of scurrying around, but that is it.
Cool.
Nothing else here. That was easy.
I teleport to the Maelstrom.
On your own.
Sink the boat first.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
Hekaton's dead.
Uriel, you went for the one on the other side, right? Cool. This room contains a hammock, a wooden treasure chest with a built-in lock, and a rug made from a yeti's hide.
Only,
You tie the room together.
sorry, only one hammock for all of those cultists.
No, they
That's
came
the
in.
room above.
That's the room
I'm
above.
supposed
They came
okay.
from the bottom deck.
Okay.
The hammock is a hammock of holding.
How much of
And there's a lock on it.
Yes.
Holds a giant.
Alright. I am going to go out and shout, Alton, I need your help opening the lock.
Okay. I'm not above you.
Because
Cool.
I can't open locks. I know
Um,
that.
on the room that Alton you go into, there are 10 hammocks stacked like bunk beds.
Actually saying
but
that,
nothing
I caught
else
him
in
'cause
this
he's
room.
not actually doing it, he's just sitting
He's
there.
above you.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
off.
I'll give you healing.
Thank you for keeping me alive, but fuck off.
I'll go away.
No one
Cool.
needs to do anything.
That's fine. We're going to go over to the other side, the wizard's room. which was
Everyone else.
Fenrir and Flint.
I suspect I found the captain.
So it's a mess. There are nautical books and navigational charts strewn across the floor, as well as quills, loose sheets of blank parchment, empty wine bottles, and spilled jars of ink. Most of the furniture is bolted to the floor, including an unmade bed with a squid-shaped headboard, a writing desk stained with ink, an open trunk, a slender wardrobe stuffed with robes, and a wooden cloak rack. Interestingly, on the floor, not very far in, carved into the wood with a knife, are the words dragon, Iymrith, sisters, and treachery.
Well, I think we've already
What?
figured that one out. So
We've accidentally the wrong way round here.
we don't need to worry about this.
Okay.
The open trunk, there's anything in it?
Nope.
Is there anything of interest on the desk? It's like more incriminating writing.
No, I mean there's some drawers on the desk, but
Are they can
What-
I open the
two
drawers?
of the drawers will open. One of them is locked.
I think I have a crowbar
There's always
somewhere.
one that's
Yeah.
locked, isn't there?
Old time.
Who are you going to call?
Crowbar open. Sure, make
Crowbar,
a
apparently.
strength check with advantage.
Old school way of dealing with it.
That's an 18 plus.
Cool. It,
Done.
20 strength.
Smash.
There's
you
a bit of frame.
yeah.
You know, you
you've
popped off the
The-
actual
the
top
top
of the
of
desk.
the desk pops open. Yeah. There is a book, a very ornately decorated book, lying on the inside.
Ooh, with
Oh,
smells.
great.
You would take that then.
I don't know. Part of me wants to grab the book, but part of me is also saying no. Take the drawer, don't touch the book.
Don't do it.
Yeah, that's what. Draw.
Why fucking not?
I'll pick it up, put it on the desk in front of both of us, and
Mhm.
open it up.
Okay.
And is there any writing of language that either of us recognise in there?
There might be if you guys make Arcana checks.
Oh boy, I love Arcana checks.
I don't.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Arcana is intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that will be plus, I believe, 1.
4.
Oh no, wisdom. Oh,
Plus
that's
one.
saving throw.
Oh,
Goddammit.
cool, isn't it?
Arcane now. Nothing, so 13.
You can't make heads or tails of this.
Okay.
It's definitely magical in nature, but you've no idea what it says.
Well, throw it at our sorcerer.
Maybe it's a wizard
They'll
book.
know what to do.
Yeah. Take it to
Oi.
the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just literally across.
Yeah, yeah, a mage's
Half
book.
Hekaton, just like this book. What?
Cool.
For something
So,
that
so you're
knows it
pocketing
innately.
the book, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Cool. All is well. We'll go back down to the bottom level where Alton is.
Chick, 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 chick.
Cool. Make a Thieves' Tools check, please.
I would say check to make sure there's no traps because the guy
Well,
did
let's
have
take it.
lots of poison.
One roll.
Oh,
Thieves' Tools lets you unlock traps.
that's a 19.
Even higher.
Plus.
No, that's a
You've got a
17 and a
20.
20, and that's now a 19.
I think
Plus
you
numbers,
roll-
do I need to add stuff?
You unlock the
I didn't think so.
what do you call it? You unlock the link, the lock. As you put the last,
I did say check for traps because he was a poisonous bastard.
yeah, as you
Yes.
Oh, I totally missed that.
as you put the last tumbler into place, there's a hissing sound, and
I hold my
green
breath.
gas
I hold my breath and run away.
doesn't matter. I need you both to make Constitution
Instant.
saving throws, please, as this green gas fills the room.
You should be alright. You're
Oh, 15.
15.
Both 15. Cool.
That was my roll was a 15. I actually got higher than that.
Okay. Well, there's a moment when you
I got
both
18.
feel your bodies
Yeah.
sort of lock up, and as you glance down, parts of your arms start turning into stone,
Oh yeah.
and then you fight it off, and nothing occurs.
That'd been fun.
I thought you
Yeah.
checked it.
Yeah, it would have, because that would have turned them into objects,
Oh.
so they wouldn't have been able to be teleported.
No, you could have put them both in a bag.
Yeah.
Be very heavy.
It would be incredibly heavy.
Oh, that bag's pretty fucking
It's
heavy.
two. Oh no, his
And
bag.
his-
His bag would his bag have been turned or?
Yeah, his bag would have been turned as well. Yeah, everything he was carrying. Yeah, you would have had one bag to put both bodies of. Would you weigh shit tons more? But cool.
Conveniently, so bags don't. The weight doesn't matter anymore.
Um, To an extent,
Yeah.
as said.
Within reason, I think.
Alright, so
Yeah.
what's in the chest?
So, fortunately you passed that save. It's divided into 3 compartments. In the first compartment there is a sack of gold pieces.
Okay.
The second compartment has 12 daggers.
Wow.
Are they magical?
Are you picking up every single dagger?
Fuck that.
Yes.
Cool.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Check. He had a. The captain, so he's likely he might have.
daggers.
And the third contains a deck of playing cards in a wooden case. A deck of playing cards in a wooden case. A spyglass. A quill. A jar of some sort of very thick red liquid.
Wait, spyglass is worth 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a diary with a black leather cover.
Taking the lot.
This,
And I will hold on to that diary.
you're taking the diary.
And possibly the what was it? Spyglass and what else?
Quill.
Playing cards, spyglass, quill, a jar of some sort of thick red liquid, and a diary.
Do you want the playing cards? Or do you like your set?
I don't mind having a second.
His
set.
set's probably also marked.
Well,
True.
So we having just the book?
Yeah, I think we take all of it just in case.
Yeah, but what are you taking? What am I putting in?
Oh, I was gonna have a read of the diary.
Cool. Alright, everything else goes in the book.
Open the diary.
Should we take the Yeti?
It's Tom Riddle!
Should we take the Yeti fur rug as well? It's a nice rug.
We're leaving soon.
Yeah, thank you. I want to go.
Cool.
Hang on, I just realised about what was written in the room. There's something odd about it.
What's odd about it?
Okay, so it says
Treachery Iymrith sisters.
yeah. The thing is, so the cult of whatever took the giant.
Iymrith took who? Or the
No,
cult?
the
The
cult
cult of the squid took
Kraken
the giant.
Society.
took the giant.
Yeah.
I
They would really not be happy with you saying
They're all
that.
dead.
I assumed
No,
that they
this
would
lot
have
are.
done it with the help of Iymrith. So the fact that they say like Iymrith treachery and have it carved into the ground seems a bit
Why would you
odd.
carve it in green?
Let's discuss it
They would
in
want
the
to do
giant
it.
area.
Yeah.
It seems
Are we
more like-
all around Hekaton right now?
Is that every room
She
now?
used it.
If
Yeah.
someone
No,
That
I
is
haven't-
every room
Yes.
that's
Did you? What did he
I think
search? So weren't they searching in
I
the other room?
almost
Him
feel
and
like
Sam.
Yeah, there was
this
just
Yeah, there's
hammocks.
nothing in
from
there.
the other
Alright.
end.
This is bunk.
Our helpful dragon is actually the bad one, and Iymrith the one that.
It's a good thing you did it about then.
Good. What?
While they're talking, I'm just like,
Yeah,
Cool.
thank you.
I assume everyone's willing at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just put
Wait.
the bag.
Yeah, you're in the bag.
You're-
right?
you're-
Yeah. As-
It's like,
I
should
shove
we
him
please
in,
hurry up?
wrapped
Yeah.
in Yeti skin
Yeah.
rug. There we go.
I'm getting fed up with this
So,
bag.
as
Yeti skin rug, it's fine.
as Teldian begins the incantation for teleport, you all suddenly become aware as 6 large tentacles just
Ooh.
over the sides of the boat and wrap around the boat. And as the blinding white flash teleport goes off, you hear the crushing of wood as the boat is just.
Cool. We were planning on sinking
Good
the bastard
timing.
anyway.
We could have killed it.
Yeah, right.
Might save some effort.
Yeah, my 1 hit point. I was really.
Does Hekaton come with us?
Hekaton does come with you. Yeah.
Surprisingly, no, he
How much
refused.
means? Yeah, I'm going with you. I don't care where I end up. This
I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, Kraken.
I mean, only half of him was within 10 feet of me.
Less than half, actually.
Yeah. So I get his shins.
45%.
Splice.
Yeah.
His shin-
Giant testicles.
you get his shin and his feet.
This is all we could find.
Very long.
As it's
Coming out there.
just blood is just dripping out of him. Wasn't us. Don't know what caused it.
They're now
Sauce?
giant truck nuts.
The rest of him just wasn't willing.
Gonna hit a big old wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I don't think the bait wheelbarrow's that big. We'll get an airship. It's fine.
No, it's fine. The Kraken's got wheelbarrow.
Cool. So the boat's dead. Kraken Mini isn't getting used.
Sound disappointed.
A little bit.
As if we were going to fight that thing.
We might have.
I mean, you
We
were
were faffing about.
you were just in time to disappear to stop fighting it.
Oh,
so
well, you were about to make us roll initiative.
oh yeah. It has a time limit for when it turns up.
What was the time limit?
10 minutes.
We don't know.
After the actual fighting.
That's after you freed Hekaton. You have 10 minutes.
Oh.
You guys said I spend 10 minutes to search and then we're gone. Like, just about enough as long as they actually go.
Yeah. Don't need to
So,
think about
you have
So glad we
arrived.
didn't do it for an hour.
Yeah, after 10 minutes.
Guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's the other thing is, who is alert? Because you're the
No,
only people who wouldn't
yeah.
be surprised.
Only,
Because you have no chance of spotting it swimming from beneath the boat.
Yeah, but I'm alert.
That's a
And
lot.
I also have the button.
So you could also do it anyway.
So I can be like, who's within 10 feet? Well,
We're living.
bye!
Have a good time.
That's if you go before the Kraken.
Plus 12.
Krakens aren't slow.
What's your submission?
I actually don't know off the top of my
Doesn't
head. But cool. You're in Maelstrom. The moment you arrive, Hekaton starts walking off.
I follow him.
Yeah.
Follow him.
He goes straight to the stairs, goes up the stairs, and heads straight to the throne room.
We meant snap out the bag as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would have been jumping in the moment.
Like, just making the point.
Are you flying on your griffin to get up those stairs?
Why not make an amazing entrance?
Hold on to a foot.
I'll hold on to the towel.
I'm holding to your foot.
Well, the Griffin isn't going anywhere now. It's just become encumbered.
You can move 5 feet around.
You can't get up the
Be
stairs.
slower than me. Alright, see you later.
Cool. Yes, so he goes into the throne room. You guys all follow him. In the throne room, there is still the Wormskull throne. Sarissa and Ulthur are there. They are both sitting on the advisor chairs. Weirdly enough.
Surprisingly.
And as Hekaton, who doesn't wait for Tug and Cug to open the doors, he just sort of he marches in. They're both a bit like a little bit bemused for a bit, and he swings the
Have
door.
they seen us before?
Yeah.
No.
No,
No, they haven't seen us. So
No.
we're going to walk up behind. We're
Yeah.
like, Shop.
Did we not walk out?
Can we
no,
say
you're
that? Say,
teleported out.
We teleport.
oh, we
Oh,
just say.
yeah.
No, didn't we walk out of the room to go to the giant's place so they could send us off?
No,
They
No,
never
it
saw
was
us
it was
after
behind the
we
throne.
Yeah.
I do greet them by name as we pass through.
Sure. They're paying you guys no
No
attention.
attention.
They do not give a shit about small people. They care about their boss, who is supposedly dead, is here. They don't know what's going on. There's too much to compute for a hill giant.
Yeah.
That's any concept ever promoted by you.
Love
it.
So they're yours now.
But yeah, so he walks in,
Like British imperialism works.
and Sarissa is the happiest you guys have ever seen. Which I mean, admittedly, you've never really seen her happy. Yeah, it's the second time you've seen her.
She's
But
actually happy.
she's extreme, like she's ecstatic.
Except one.
She's ecstatic, and she runs over and embraces her father. Ulthur makes his way over, and sort of they grasp forearms and do the back clap. And Sarissa turns away from her father as him and Uther start talking to each other in giant. So Uther starts catching up with what's going on, and Sarissa kneels down in front of you guys.
What?
She did what now?
Yeah, she goes down to her knees and brings herself closer to your level.
Oh, you're almost that height.
Wow.
She's still way taller than you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
She's still
He's,
gonna be
he's
taller by,
somewhat
like,
closer,
several foot.
but he's still about 3 or 4 foot taller than she is.
Casting large on
I
it,
mean,
then
she's
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 27.
She's probably
plus.
20 foot right now.
27
because
foot.
you got
that
the.
tall.
She's
Yeah.
on her knees.
Christ,
plus
okay,
the,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Hekaton's like 31.
Hekaton's 30, yeah, so she's like 26, 27 feet.
So even half
So
of that
even
would
when
be
she's
13
crouching
foot.
down, yeah, she's still 5 foot tall than him.
Alright,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't think it was that tall, Christ.
Yeah, Storm Giants are huge.
I thought she was about 24 foot.
No.
Which is still quite, admittedly.
I mean, it's still big. That's still way bigger than him.
We do like stone giants.
I was
I
thinking
still
it's on
think
her
that the
knees
size
leaning
rating
forward.
should be giant.
Huh?
I still think that the size rating shouldn't be huge. It should be giant.
Really, I mean, they missed a trick there.
Because not everything that's huge is a giant.
Yeah, but all giants should just be size
Alright.
giant.
So she leans down. Thank you for finding my father and bringing him back.
You're welcome.
I was right to trust the small folk.
Mostly.
Now what?
We didn't find the scepter.
Well, Iymrith has that, so
Interestingly, Fenrir and I found some scrapings on the inside of the mage's quarters, which said Iymrith sisters.
Treachery.
Treachery.
Treachery Iymrith sisters, right?
There was a fourth thing. I
Maybe your
thought.
sisters were
Dragon.
more aware of her being a dragon than they let on.
Dragon, Iymrith, sister treachery.
That now makes sense.
Well, they definitely didn't know that Iymrith was a dragon, or the one of them we could ask, the other one has fled.
That's a good time.
But they are the ones responsible for my mother's death and the disappearance of my father, in league with Iymrith.
How did one of them escape?
Whilst they were being escorted, it was the one that left on her own and wasn't being held by the Storm Giant Guard. She went to her killer whale and rode it out.
Wow.
Of course, how could we forget about the killer whale?
And so we've got a storm giant riding a rock around the place, and now we've got a storm giant riding a killer whale around the place.
Free Willy is now a bad guy. I'm just saying.
For all intents and purposes, she has banished herself, so
Good.
she will have to live with the consequences thereof. And now that my father has returned, he will see to what punishment he sees fit for my other sister.
Do you know where Iymrith is?
To this point, Hekaton turns around.
And says, wait, my wife is dead?
Things
No, he's aware. Yeah.
I think that happened before you disappeared, wasn't it?
I think it was all at the same time.
Was Sarissa's mother the two
Yes.
others' mother as well?
Yes, they're all sisters.
So they, I wasn't sure if it was half sisters.
No, full sisters.
Alright, so they killed their mother.
They were responsible for the death of their mother. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
They're bastards.
Shit's fucked up.
If it was stepmother, then it's maybe.
Nope.
Was she shorter than them? She didn't like smaller people.
No, because their mother was a fully grown adult storm giant.
Colourblind, you're getting sick of not
But
being
yes,
able to tell
so
what skin colour they were.
Hekaton turns around and says, I've heard the name Iymrith before. I'm not sure where she is, but I'll do the research. And then once I've found her, I intend to take her on. And I was hoping the 8 of you rather, would join me.
You're just getting a look at me like you have got to be batshit.
Well, personally, I'd like to get my own back.
Yeah.
She killed one of our companions.
2 technically.
We were travelling with a frost giant.
Yes. 2 companions.
Interestingly, I thought of the druid and forgot about the frost giant.
Yeah.
I thought about the giant and forgot about the druid.
Yeah.
Don't like you.
Priority!
Well,
I don't know if you know
He was
who
around
Harshnag
here.
is.
He was.
I've
Died
heard the
fighting
name.
her.
I've heard the name. Fights for Waterdeep.
Yes.
Or fought for Waterdeep.
He died saving us.
A fitting end.
He's pretty hardcore.
Was.
Did we actually have any of the relics?
Yes, the stone.
Yeah!
Other than that one, was that the only one we've got left?
No.
Okay.
My theory on why Anam broke the ordning, or a theory in which to return it, is he wished for giant folk and small folk to work together.
Oh, we just got
That worked!
It has done nothing but the opposite. Maybe this could rectify that.
Well,
somewhat.
long term, because now we're helping King Hekaton. So that's kind of working. A lot of death.
Did they
in
take
What, a
the,
greater good out of a lot of destruction.
All this shit has happened
the
because
big
He is
giant-
going long haul.
this is all because of a fucking concept.
Did
The
they,
Volendog.
yeah, did they kill the
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Did they take the Volendog when they left?
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Okay.
Parts they had, yeah.
But they don't have the forge, the Titan to
Yeah,
power
yeah.
it or whatever.
Nope.
And they're also missing half.
I am aware that there are other giant lords performing evil acts that involve crushing the small folk. And once the ordering has been restored, and storm giants are once again at their rightful place at the top, I will put them back in their place.
Well, the Lord of the Fire Giants and Stone Giants have been dealt with.
That you are very well placed to help in our fight against Iymrith.
I think we need to do this, if only to stop the destruction.
I agree.
Yeah. We need a lot of power.
I think the Hill Giants were even aware that the ordering was broken.
No, they're aware. They are aware because they no longer have to do what a bigger giant tells them to do.
Punch in the
Got a
face.
fog out there.
That's because,
They're employed.
yeah.
And plus,
I don't have to do
yeah.
it. We're paid to do it.
ordering?
Order.
Um,
Order. No.
We have some gifts for you as thanks for helping
Yeah, I heard that as well.
and as an incentive to come fight with us. Possibly as true giants.
What?
Oh, joyous.
What?
I just want to
I'm
go.
like, wait. We.
I think we're just gonna go.
Sorry.
You'll be normal size.
So at this point,
3 inches short.
Yeah,
Me.
Sarissa
3'3".
Sarissa returns
You need to
with
doubled, then
Ulfa,
doubled.
who are between them carrying crates that contain 7 potions about this big.
Potions inside my head.
And Hekaton picks one up.
God, he drinks it.
How tall is the roof?
No, he's going to do the opposite to what
And-
we all hope. They all drink these potions.
I mean,
to
like-
our side, it's like,
Picks it
we're
up.
all giants. And we're all
Best it's a shot glass.
bitterly
Yeah.
disappointed.
Picks it up. Brings it down to your eye level. It's a potion of giant size. You're all small enough. You drink this, you'll become the same size as us.
For how
For
long?
how long?
24 hours.
So we should wait with using it.
It is up to you as to when you choose to use it. You will also become stronger.
I don't know if that's possible, thank you.
What the fuck?
You will be harder to kill.
Muscle wizard.
Cast fist.
And
Spells come out of his biceps.
because of the length of your arms, you will be able to reach further.
The dragons fly up.
Grab
Plus-
legs.
Your weapons grow in size too, thus increasing the size of their damage.
Wow.
Just gonna draw my weapon and be like,
Just like a meaty dagger. and be like,
They're just like. Shoom.
Well, that's going to be fun.
well,
Oh, God.
Actual ballista.
I was in anyway.
But the average
No.
of size.
No, I'm very in.
Yeah.
Oh, I could load like 4 of them in the line.
I'm even more
I'm
in.
the only one that sees the irony in asking. the
How
small
long
folk
does
help
the-
and then
Yeah.
making them bigger?
Blessing of the weapons last for us now.
Drink the
No, the actual weapons we've had from the other.
Oh, you have, I think, 3 more days on it.
Because he's got currently his sword is also dragon slaying.
yeah.
Yes. For another 3 days. That's what I just asked.
Is that the same for the bolts, or are they
Yeah.
just everlasting?
The bolts also have a duration on.
Yeah, 3 days, and that's how long we've got before we've got to a founder.
The just the potion is like a very pale white liquid.
Gonna walk and be like, if I may.
Yeah, they'll hand them out, and then
What?
Sarissa will hand to.
Is it actually an item, this potion?
Yeah, it's called the potion of giant size.
Cool.
To Hekaton, a claw that's about this long.
Claw.
To them or us?
That's kind of cool.
To actually, it'd be bigger than that.
The what? Who?
Claw.
No, it's got to be like
To who?
at the time they're carrying it, it's got to be like 8 foot long. It's got to be huge because it's a dragon's claw.
Right.
It's a dragon's claw covered with a coat of molten silver, upon which has been inscribed to those who can read giant the worm rune.
No. Ooh.
Our strength is
And he holds it up.
5.
Claw of the Worm Rune.
Aye.
Gives you some benefits when you're fighting dragons. And he flips it and holds it by the point side and holds it down.
What
Who
kind of
wants it?
weapon is it?
It's an item. It's not a weapon.
Oh,
Just needs to be
It's
on you.
the Storm Giant version of the Giant Runes.
okay.
With attunement.
Have one
Yeah.
slot.
It requires attunement.
Go for you because I don't think anyone else has.
I already have a
I mean-
Giant Rune.
Yeah, you have giant slaying things.
No, I have
I
the
don't know what it does, though.
Stein Rune. I've got the
Right.
Stone Giant thing.
Out of interest, who actually isn't tapped for achievement?
I mean, I have two
think I've got
technically because
space,
I
I'm
don't
not
need
sure.
the conch anymore.
That's true.
I have all 3.
Oh wow,
I'm
okay.
using
So
all
they're all
3.
going
So this
over that
potion
way.
is a legendary item.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you know I said you got gifts earlier today.
You're right there, Liam.
On my first turn, I do an additional D8 damage on one of my attacks. I mean, I do 68.
No,
Aww.
because your weapon damage is the damage that the weapon would normally do. So it won't increase sneak attack. It won't increase giant slaying stuff or dragon slaying stuff.
Just weapon damage.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
So yeah, so people watching are aware these potions make them huge. Sets their strength to 25.
Fucking hell.
Fucking lol.
I'm now a strength ranger.
My strength would go from 8 to 25.
I'm now a strength.
Your armor's class
Sorcerer.
actually gone up.
The strength.
No, it's not strength, is it?
No.
I have higher strength.
Yeah.
My
Sneak
strength,
attack.
my strength would be higher than my dex.
Yes,
This
yeah.
is wrong.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is wrong.
Oh yeah, you're all allowed to fight with strength.
Yeah.
Weird.
Nice.
Sneak attack, we'll be doing it.
Apart from
Yeah.
Sasha.
Run up to them with
Everything
your
else is
crossbow.
strength.
Yeah.
Or pair of hand axes.
Fuck using these spells. Dog.
Yeah. Strength is 25. Your hit point maximum is doubled, and your reach the reach of your
Holy
hit point
shit,
max
what?
is doubles.
Holy shit, we just went 200 on.
216.
Hit point max is doubled.
Holy
See,
shit.
when we find out where Iymrith is hiding, we're just going to punch
188.
our way through stone to get there.
Superhero landing.
And the reach of your melee attacks is increased by 5 feet.
Oh, rip.
10-foot reach.
Plus all, well, unless you're using like a great pole arm, in which case it'd be 15 foot.
And like so, but you also become like 25 feet tall or something.
You're now all huge. You become huge, yeah. So
All right.
some in the region of
You know what I'm
like
just
20
thinking?
to 25 feet, yeah.
Everyone just ate like the biggest mushroom ever.
Yeah.
I'd rather just go to Mirrorbow at this
Yes.
rate and start racking the place with the whole being get.
So yeah, everything you're wearing and
Right,
carrying
yeah,
has also increased in size for the duration of rolling damage for weapons. And larger than this manner, you roll 3 times the normal number of dice. When the effect ends, any hit points you have above your hit point maximum become temporary hit points.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So if it
so you
somehow
don't die.
ends mid-fight,
Can we? So you become huge or giant? No.
you're huge.
Yeah, you go up
How many
3
sizes are above
sizes.
that?
Gargantuan.
That's it.
So someone
2
enlarges
sizes.
someone.
Large, huge. Yeah, you become gargantuan.
They're going up 3.
Yeah.
Because they're going medium, large, huge.
But the gargantuan means you only get an extra D4.
Worth.
But you're 50 foot tall and can probably grapple Iymrith quite well.
The griffins can also ride me.
Yeah. You are going to become
Size-
Steve.
Size-wise.
Yeah.
Wait, no, if something affects you, it doesn't affect the Griffin as well.
A spell. Unfortunately, the
Yeah,
griffin.
but if he's already
What if
giant-sized and then casts
No.
it,
What if I feed the potion to the griffin?
Yeah.
Or,
And
get
not
my
yourself.
or see if you've got a spare.
No,
rock that
because the
you
griffin
can ride
unfortunately
instead.
is large. It only affects medium or smaller creatures.
I see.
What's the smallest thing you can summon?
Examine a horse.
Can you
Uh,
get?
that's
Is it
large.
great? Is that great?
Oh,
No, it's
well, I have
medium.
fine steed, because I think I know
have
that
you got
inherits
fine
the
Mo-
large
large
steed?
horses
Yeah,
are large, yeah.
it's
Most
general.
mounts are large.
can you summon a mastiff?
Centaur.
Mastiff, I can summon a mastiff.
There's a much
Yeah,
easier way
or
around this,
centaurs,
you realise.
because centaurs are medium creatures.
Only
Half
for
the
PCs.
space,
Only the player
chances
race.
They got a spare rock
Maybe it was mule or something.
Spare rock. Got a rock lying around.
in your bestiary.
Or a killer whale?
We know they have vendors.
You just cast fly on it or something.
With the keys on it.
Just have this fly
air
killer
balloon.
whale.
The problem is their
Hello,
hit points
ground.
are doubled, which means they have like 20 hit points.
Yeah,
Oh, they die.
Yeah. So, Hekaton is happy to let you guys wait here and rest. There are sleeping quarters. You've been there before.
Yeah.
You know the way.
So that
Whilst-
wasn't just a jail, okay.
No, that was legitimate.
That was actually their quarter.
Yeah.
What were the other items? Or was that the...
They gave
claw.
the claw.
Oh, right, okay.
I think
I
you're
thought,
gonna-
I thought you said they had multiple cases,
I
sorry.
think you're in.
Well, yeah.
I'm holding it.
It was.
but
I mean,
I don't know what it does.
multiple cases for the potions because they were stored in multiple cases.
What does the claw do?
I haven't
What's
been
it called,
told yet.
sorry?
Just
Yeah.
What's
search
the
for
claw
worm.
called?
Yeah.
It's called Claw of the Wormrune.
Or if you just search for claw, it should pop up.
But yes, so Hekaton is going to go do the necessary research to find out where Iymrith is. He now knows she's a dragon. He's going to use the power of that room they have, do some scrying, and find out where it is. You guys are happy. You're free to wait and rest until that
We are
time.
going to sleep.
So what is this
Oh,
saving
I'm going to
throw
read the
actually?
book.
I'm changing it to 25.
Cool. Right.
Yeah, because 15's pathetic.
I don't think she can fail.
She couldn't fail a
Right.
15. It's supposed to help you in this final fight, and it literally does nothing.
You
It
have
is-
to have a
it
spell
is-
that specifically gives them disadvantage and minus con, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that. Wow, that's stupid.
Yeah. It gives you a. So
Way to fuck with
what the claw does, because you guys are going to rest, you'll find out what this does, and you can start swapping items out and reattuning and whatnot.
Do you think Iymrith will wait 8 hours while I do something?
Yeah, sure.
So Claw of the Wormroom. As an action, you can point the claw at a dragon within 30 feet of you. It must then succeed on a DC. I'm changing it to 25 con save, or gain vulnerability to all damage types until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
It can be used 3 times.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
so if they can
Per
they just
dawn.
automatically
Per dawn.
pass it then. as well.
Wow.
Yeah, do it 3 times.
While
So
it's
all
displayed
3
on my
legendaries.
person, you have resistance to the damage caused by any dragon's breath weapon. And if Iymrith nice and waits for 8 hours, I can draw a 100-foot radius sphere on the ground, and then dragons can't have higher than a 10-foot fly speed, and they have disadvantage on all saving throws.
Wow.
So if we ask her really nicely,
You don't actually have to go
And she has
but
to
you have to
save it as well, right?
no, you have to stand. You have to do it on the floor. That's it. And then you don't have to move. And then after 8 hours, it comes to you.
No, I prefer the mental image of Tom.
hang on a minute,
With a
Iymrith,
giant
hang
circle
on,
dragging
hang on.
the thing behind him.
And because you guys don't know, but they know,
Dragon's a fantasy cat, so there is
the
just-
robe is a robe of the Archmagi, and the staff, it was a staff of power.
So we were deciding you were getting the robe,
Either or.
and we were going to give him the staff purely because.
Because you want to use it.
Apparently.
Can you? Will you actually use it or?
well, you can make it your hex
If you're
weapon.
not going to use it, it's pointless. Because you use your sword all the time, don't you?
Oh, yeah, it's got a
Depends
flame
what you do.
It's
it seems
difficult.
really
How much
weird.
damage does
like,
But doesn't it boost his,
What are you going to get rid of though as an
magic
attuned
missile?
item?
Probably
Lightning
one.
bolt.
I did
One
blind
bolt,
or
yeah.
war mage.
and
So that gives you the robe.
Stuff of frost.
Alright, yeah.
I mean, if
No,
you're going to
not
use it as a
for-
hex weapon because it's better, then that's.
Yeah,
more
get
So
that.
you want to,
Actually,
you
that's
want
what
to lose
I'm
using the staff of frost to use the staff
Well,
of Archmagi.
Basically,
Ah.
stuff of frost and one of the lightning bolts are basically those
Your
spells are
your
inside the
flame
stuff of power.
tongue is currently a +2. Remember,
So, yeah. And all the else
because you got +1 from your invocation and the charm.
Oh yeah, the charm.
It doesn't really matter. I already had that as a spell, and that happened. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's just that you lose.
but I already have that
Okay.
innately.
Do you get any bonuses to spell attacks with Frost after Frost?
No.
No,
Ah.
just
The
let you cast
Staff of
more
Power
spells.
is definitely better.
Yeah, so that's why I'd get rid of the stuff of frost and the wand of lightning bolt. if I was
I'm,
going
no, I'm
to.
debating getting rid of the one for the War Mage and taking your Staff of Frost.
Sure.
That might be a better trade.
Sure.
I think the staff's probably better on the staff.
But no, it's because it gives me the War Mage does give me +1 to all my bonus.
He wants the stuff of frost.
Actually, it's
Oh,
only
does-
to attack rolls. I don't actually attack.
Yeah.
That's a much better trade for me.
Yeah.
King Hekaton, do you want this conch back to give to the new Lord of the Stone Giants that we took it from?
No. Yeah.
yes, thank you.
We accidentally chopped his head
Wait,
off.
so don't we have 2 conches? Oh no, or did the fire giant take them?
They
too?
took
Other than
theirs.
fire turrets.
Oh, and I'm gonna sit there reading that book, see if there's anything interesting in.
Which book?
No, there's nothing of interest in that. But well, I mean,
The wizard's one.
Big.
not the wizard's one. It wasn't the wizard's one.
I took the captain's
Oh,
one.
the captain's diary.
No, it wasn't the captain.
If I
Who was
use
It was the
the
first
staff-
mate.
If I use the staff as a two-handed weapon, that means I get to reroll with great weapon.
Yeah, but it does D8 damage.
You just don't
Yeah,
cast
well,
spells on it.
With the giant thing, it would be D8, 3D8.
Have you seen the
Is that
spell?
better than
Have you
4d6,
seen the spell list?
right?
on it, though?
66.
66.
Yeah,
very
it's
tight.
Times three.
Great sword. The
66
great.
rerolling ones and twos is probably more powerful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's okay. So I'll give him. So he's taking the.
You have seen the spell slot.
He's keeping his thing. He's getting
Yeah.
both of them.
There's
and
some pretty
Steven
good shit on that.
So I'm not using the starting
Doing what?
power.
Oh, I'm going to take
Unless
it.
you're really gonna. Are you gonna?
I won't
I'm
make
gonna
the
take
best use of it.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
right.
thinking. So
I'll actually have a staff that can actually do damage.
that's one main issue. Because if you were like,
Like the +2
Work
bonus
going,
to armor
yeah.
class, saving through, spell attack, that's all really good. And of course, like the spells and that, but I primarily whack things.
with the spectral sword that's on fire.
With a flaming sword.
Yeah.
Actually, because it's weapon damage, would the 2d6 from the fire also
No.
be times by 3?
Because it's not weapon damage, it's additional damage on top of the weapon.
Right, okay. Wasn't sure how that was handled.
Yeah. Weapon damage is just, if you look up the weapon in the PHB, that's its weapon damage.
Right.
Is your
So
resistance only to spells or is it magical damage?
So what?
Yes.
Yeah, you take
I
the
shall
spell
double check.
by all means.
I believe it's to magical spell.
Right.
We are Archwizard of power.
Hold on a bit, Snap, before you do that.
That's cool.
Because of the thing. Uriel, just because you're reading that diary, it basically it's written from it's written from someone called Rule, who you work out to be the first mate, and how he wants to kill Captain Daggerdark and take command. And that is just every single page.
Oh.
Wow. His first mate was like, nah, fuck the cat.
Yeah.
Fuck the cat.
It reveals the captain claims to have a direct lane of communication to the Kraken Society. An assertion that Rule suspects is true, given that the captain is prone to headaches and nosebleeds. It also mentions the captain keeps a spellbook in his desk, protected by the worst lock I've ever seen.
Oh. Oh, which you experienced.
Which was
No, the captain,
No.
the one that he just popped the desk off. That was the extent of the lock.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that is the captain's spellbook.
So the guy who had the really well defended lock with the trap on it
was the first mate.
was the first mate.
Who had a bag of gold.
The one where we just
he
went,
thought it was
"Crowbar!"
daggers.
boom, and then wrenched it open.
Quiver.
Should we investigate that potion, the
Spyglass.
thing that was full of red liquid?
I
Thick
think
liquid.
I've got a pretty good idea of what it is, but yeah, let's have a look.
Vitality or something.
What are you doing?
Looking at the potion that's definitely not going to be poison.
Definitely not poison it is.
Yeah,
You're just looking at it.
Identifying it,
Try and
smelling it,
identify it.
Drink it.
How?
Yeah.
What are you doing to identify it? You
Take a
can't.
sip.
smell it,
No.
maybe.
Who's immune to poison? Does anyone have identify?
Sister, give it to the sister.
Oddly, I think I actually can do that. I've got a site that protects against poison.
Yeah, isn't there someone that can't be poisoned? That's all.
Like a paladin.
We need-
I can cast a spell that makes.
We need a UNT.
Yeah,
Mhm.
neither you aren't. It's a
Does
very
it-
useful trait.
Does it smell?
No, it won't do. You need to
Yeah.
cast identify.
It does have a smell. Yeah.
No, I don't.
It has a smell.
It
Yeah.
smells like a healing
It's true.
potion.
So it's either a healing potion.
It smells
Oh,
of healing
it smells a bit metallic.
Metallic.
Yeah.
Poison?
Like blood.
Does it smell like
Potion
blood?
of
Yeah.
blood,
I
is
was
it?
going to say poisons aren't metallic.
If it's blood, it's no blood you've ever smelled.
How often do you smell blood?
We've got a potion of vitality somewhere. Can we compare them?
The vitality,
Yes, that's definitely blood.
the vitality pumps.
Oh, okay. Probably poison.
Yeah, I can use the DOS loop to give protection from poison and just get rid of someone who's poisoned.
I'm pretty sure it's poison.
Just protect me from poison and I'll drink some.
No, I give it to you afterwards.
Why after?
Wait, why afterwards? I'd rather be.
Are we
Because
leaving today? We're
Because
not
I can
leaving
immediately
today, aren't we?
remove any poison.
He's got to
on
find
you.
Iymrith first.
Using
Or-
protection from
I cast protection
Yeah,
energy
it-
on
it-
you.
it-
No, protection energy can't do poison.
The exact thing is, you target you touch a creature. If it is poisonous, you neutralise the poison. If
Or-
more than one poison affects it, or for the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and is resistant to poison damage.
Being
I'd probably
immediately.
take that because that way I wouldn't get petrified.
Yeah, so one of them's you suffer and then you remove, or one of them's you
Oh
just
god, it's like a
prevent it.
poison
Right.
petrification, isn't it?
Not touching that just in case.
Cool. Are you casting that?
Do you want me to, or
Do you want me to figure out what this poison is?
I don't know. Just...
Yeah, let's just.
All right. Yes, I'm casting.
Couldn't we
Cool.
just ask the giants?
Take a sip.
Actually, he's got a room. He has got a room that could probably
Couldn't we
identify
just ask
this.
the giants?
So have you cast that on me?
Oh,
Yes.
how would the
And
giant
then
Cast
I'll,
it, cool.
I'll do the classic
don't
identification.
know.
I'll take a sip.
They're pretty
Cool.
intelligent,
Like a-
aren't they?
Yeah.
It's blood.
They must have something.
Nice.
It's tomato juice.
It's really thick blood.
It's just blood.
So it's a
Probably
component.
the
Flint's now a vampire.
It's a component. It's a component. That's-
What?
Well, actually,
Kraken
you're looking at it and actually paying more attention to the diary. Everything in the diary has been written with this blood.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
So the writing's all brown.
Yeah. Well, it's still actually red. But it's not. It's not it's not humanoid blood.
Right, can we ignore the right?
Oh, so we've had a long rest now.
Lovecraft and get back
You haven't had a
to
long rest
giants
yet. This is
stuff?
the same day you're short
Can we
resting.
like slam down that magic book as well in the middle?
Okay.
Like, we found this in the captain's.
For all intents and purposes, you'll work out it's a spell book. It has a whole bunch of spells in it.
Yeah, load of spells, definitely.
We can easily sell this to a wizard.
And no one could use it, basically.
We could
Well-
sell it and they could
Yeah,
transfer.
we can't.
Where's Crowan? That guy in the tower who gave us smittens. We'll just say sorry, your cat's gone, but we have this.
Too.
We'll
Yeah,
trade
you
this
give
for
us
a
a new
new
one.
cat.
He'd give us a new Smittens.
You'd probably trade it for like half of them. Or
You
whatever.
said wait a minute before I said something.
Oh yeah. So you were during your rest. You were swapping out items, right?
Yes.
You are unable to unattune to the wand of lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Yeah, of course, because Iymrith's a bitch, and so's Zam.
Ah,
Snap it.
Not near us.
I bludgeon your conscious and
Huh? Hold on.
No, because he's still bitching to him.
That's interesting. Oh no, because that would require me to just try it over again. Just like try and use all the lightning bolts to make it destroy itself.
so what does this prevent you from taking?
Okay. Well, that one's.
What's the other thing you have to get rid of if you want the two items?
So it's
Let's
close
get rid
staff,
of the staff,
lightning bolt.
the
Ice rune.
The ice rune.
Oh, the ice.
Yeah, but
What
we're
does
going
the
up
ice
against
rune
a
actually
lightning
give
dragon,
you?
so it's
Yeah, just lose the ice rune then.
the cast spells.
There's a caster that probably knows fireball. It gives you resistance to fire.
I mean, we're
Don't you
taking a
already
rest,
have
right?
resistance to fire?
No,
No,
he's
I mean, she
cold.
really hates Clout, who's fire, so she might not use it.
She
Do you want to be
Do
giving
we
that
do we
away?
tell the giants that we know
Oh, is it?
sort of know Cloud, but like
We already have, haven't we?
no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
already
did.
have
We
Because
haven't
you
told
told
him.
you told Sarissa,
Yeah, but we
And-
haven't.
and you guys are currently in the guest quarters, and they're upstairs in the throne
As in,
room
like, I'm not
talking.
gonna snap it, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on it.
Oh! Yeah, that works, maybe. I could
Yes.
do that too.
I'm gonna.
That's if it. Yeah.
If you're like, hey, I can't. There's one after me.
Yeah, if no one else wants it, then yeah. Oh, is it more of a curse?
I mean, we'll find out.
You've got that as well, haven't
Go on, yeah, try it.
Do I? I probably do. I don't have it on me right now, but I
But you
can
could.
learn it.
Because we could try that.
Yeah, just be an overnight.
Yeah, so
Okay. Do it.
yeah, I'll cast Dispel Magic on the Wand of Lightning Bolt.
Okay, you cast Dispel Magic.
Level 3.
Level 3 Dispel Magic. Cool. Unfortunately, that does not help Snap unattuned to it.
Hashtag curses.
Fucking stupid thing.
Yes,
You
If
show.
we
totally cursed.
You can bring him back, right? If we kill him,
Just
surely he
about it.
unattunes to everything.
I could, yes.
I-
There's a small chance he won't come back.
I'd rather not.
You'll
What,
just
come
have
back?
to ditch the ice
No,
rune.
be killed.
Yeah, you'll just have to ditch the ice rune then.
Yeah, go for it.
Fuck that item, it's cursed.
You had to have known that was going to happen.
Yeah.
No, because I've not met Zam before as a player.
It's nothing to do with Zam. To be
No,
fair,
no,
it has
this is
nothing
all
to do with Zam.
This is all to do with Liam.
Yeah, Liam being
Thank you.
Ah!
Sorry.
Fuck.
Flails attached.
Making those come out. I had those.
Oh, is that the cubes?
Yeah, they're the cubes. They're all in there. Can't lose those. Trying to add items.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
I
Of
cast fifth.
power.
you guys spend that day
I haven't gone.
resting, short resting, taking a break,
Does it frighten you?
We can save.
swapping attunements around.
Does it frighten you?
Wait,
I mean,
are you actually going to keep stock?
says here on the
What are you going to do with your items then,
Yeah?
Sam?
I need to stay within 10 feet of you.
Well,
the
someone else
idea
can
of
have
the
the item.
dragon fight.
So I get this staff of frost, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Someone else can have the
So am I keeping the dragon claw?
Yeah, I know.
I think you've generally really got the space for him.
It's not just like it buffs everyone, it makes them weak to everything.
Who wants the ice room?
No one.
You sure?
What's it do?
pretty good.
Alright, Paladin ladder.
No one else can take it.
You might, if you've got a slot, you might as well use it. Like you said, it might help.
thing was an attunement one. What? The claw.
Yeah,
Let's see.
How many slots do you have?
Yes.
I gave away the clunch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've got no reason for it now, really.
Yeah, you can both then.
It was just, you know, we took us off stone giants, but they probably still need one.
It's better on its own rather than having it put on an item.
Yeah.
It's so much better on its own than being put on an item.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't have any more. I have one attunement slot, but
Oh yeah, go for it.
You might have had it.
well, as in like I have to unattune the periapter wound closure, which isn't going to get much use anymore.
Yeah, I unattuned from my one ages ago.
Yeah.
And I have that too.
I think I keep hold of that.
I'm not going to bin it, but
No, I've not binned it, I'm still wearing
What's the
it.
period? Is that like
double
double
hit
on
dice for
short
double
dice?
unrest.
Yeah,
And
and
you
you
auto
automatically
stabilise.
stabilise.
Yeah.
So you can't be killed just hitting. You just keep stabilising.
You can be killed by just
Yeah.
hitting.
You can.
Yeah, but you have to hit them twice in a row.
It's
Do you know how many attacks a dragon makes?
No, I don't really want to. I'm sure I'll find out soon.
Well, I feel like we'll find out soon. Oh, you're not going ranged?
I do so much more damage with the daggers and the blades.
We're all getting
My
20
swords are
How many
plus
shots do you
1,
have
my
for
bow is a bow.
and we're all getting 25 strength.
True. So much power.
8.
You can give one to the rogue.
Huh?
Holy shit, my
One
AC
dragon
is now
slaying
18.
bolt.
Oh god.
Bolt. I
It's
don't
a
know the
bolt.
crossbow.
It's ammo.
It's ammo, you can use it on anything.
No, I raw yes,
Bolts
but I
and
have
bolts are
specifically
arrows.
said.
That is such more shit. I've done.
Yeah, I've specifically said we're using the intended
I know,
there.
I know.
Right, so has everyone done the attunements they want to do?
Oh, that sucks.
I think so.
Yes.
Are you giving that away? That ice ring?
How many charges had you
I would
used
take
on the Staff of Frost, Sam?
Sorry, what?
How many charges had you used?
Oh, that's a good thing, yes.
Yeah, you got the skull rune.
I mean, I'm wearing it.
1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5.
right, you were negating everyone else's damage.
So
You
you're
choose
good with
five.
lightning,
That's half.
which is good.
Yeah.
I'm good with breath weapon.
Technically, though.
It's
you
guaranteed
would,
to it's guaranteed to
You have
reset
to
at
check
Because
all.
we're rusting, that would actually get back.
You
have five.
6.
Plus 4, so it's 5.
So
I mean, no,
you
4.
would actually get all of them back.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
So third level.
Yeah. So actually, yeah.
Staff
Yeah, yeah.
of Power is missing 5 charges,
Oh, okay, hold on.
but that doesn't matter
You
because when
charge the
you
same thing again.
it regains 2d8 plus 4,
No, it's even better.
so it regains all its spent
If
charges.
you snap it, it gets all of the charges back.
No.
But when you're in a fight, when you do it.
Shard of PC. Cool. There's a
Sticky rune.
While we're kicking it, can I check that?
Stuff of Frost, I don't have.
Wait, did we get
Remove
Is
that.
this long or short rest?
You're having both.
You've got
Not
that
like
added?
sodden in case
Both.
I would.
Both.
Yeah, you
Right.
will have both.
Can I
But
check
I
the
will
deck of
remove
cards
that.
that I found in that?
oh yeah, they're marked deck of cards.
Yeah.
Bloody cheaters.
Same as them.
You want to see if this thing's cut?
And can I count the
Does this potion
sack of
even
gold
work?
as
Like-
well?
Lightning bolt.
So what was that?
Can I check the sack of
Well,
gold?
no.
first?
Oh, yeah, it's
One
180
off,
gold.
just so that I can get rid
I'd
of
have
it.
to change my spells, which I
I
can
was
do.
wondering, do you need, yeah, unless, well, it just kind of, yeah, it might do damage, no,
Yeah,
it
I
won't do
can't.
damage to her.
I can't. Let me double check.
Remove
No,
that.
yeah, as in I can remove curses, sure. But I'm just want to see if I can swap my spells around and rest.
You can,
Uh,
on
as
a
a-
long rest you can.
Yeah,
Should we
go
see if
on,
we can
man.
sell that spellbook to someone in exchange for some dragon slaying
If your
equipment?
source of magic is
When are we
religious.
going to have the chance to?
And who's going to sell us
Yeah.
dragon slaying equipment?
We're going to hang out in the
I'm
Maelstrom.
not going to
with
say
all the guys,
Zan,
and then
but
Hekaton's
Zan
gonna go,
totally
"I found
will
him."
do.
Actually, surely there'd be some sort of forge
I
master.
know exactly
amongst
the deal to
giants with
make.
dragon slaying stuff.
You know I've attuned to this
Mm.
claw thing.
Yeah.
My app is saying I have vulnerability and resistance to all damage.
Oh.
That's coded poorly then.
What?
Oops. Resistances, all. Vulnerabilities, all.
Funny.
So just take normal damage.
Yeah.
So it ends up at the right point.
Yeah. It's just,
Double it and
I was wondering what this red V with all next to it was. And the red and the green R with all next to it was.
Interesting.
they must have coded that really badly. that's got a really weird loop in it.
Fire.
No, he's never nerfed.
If someone hits me with a fireball, for example.
Oh,
I don't know.
are you holding the stuff of frost?
Yes.
Yeah, you have cold resistance.
Do I?
Yes. It's part of it. Which is where I was getting both of them from. I can get cold resistance, but I have to use some actions.
No, you just have it, don't you?
No, I don't. I thought I did.
Oh.
Yeah,
As
it spends
your,
sorcery point or something.
Where is it? Elemental affinity. When you cast a spell that deals damage to the type associated, so cold, at the same time you can spend 1 sorcery point to gain resistance to that damage type for 1 hour.
Okay.
What was it?
Maybe like do like some small spell as we're going in.
Yes, right.
Use shocking grasp.
Yeah.
Gives you resistance to
It
lightning
It has
damage.
to be cold damage.
Oh.
And it has
Oh.
no. The elemental affinity is only for the one you choose.
Alright,
Because
so
it's based on your
Oh.
draconic heritage, which I took
Oh.
the white dragon, which is cold.
Yes.
So you can't, no, because that would be broken. Yeah.
Oh.
No, all the spells I have resistance.
I'm assuming
to.
Longstrider is dropped.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's gone.
26,000 coppers, what? 20 gold?
260 gold, I think.
26,000
Is it-
divided by
100.
100.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone want a Wand of the War Mage
Sure.
to use?
If we put them together, does it make a +2 one?
No.
Do you have to equip it, or you can just have it on
The
the
tune.
It is a attunement.
It's a
Yeah.
tune, yeah.
I mean, my cure wounds might have an attack roll.
Abnormal damage.
Yeah.
You also ignore half cover.
100
For spells.
Yeah.
You said the robe was grey.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah. What lemon are you?
Otherwise, you can't use it.
103.
I was gonna say it would have looked cool if it was white.
Yeah, but then you can't use it.
Yeah, I know. If only I was good, eh?
You're not good.
No, I'm totally not good. I'm just crazy.
I mean, shouldn't it have been black?
Should have been, but that's a
Evil.
really dick move. And if I had noticed their alignments, he wouldn't have had that item.
Yeah, but then you just use Nistel's magic aura that no one has.
Yeah.
Wait, has that got an alignment requirement?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Fucking lol!
Black evil, grey neutral, white
White is
good.
good.
Just a second. Give me that robe. I can wear this and use it. Go rogues.
Yes, you can. You
Because
did
I'm
realise that.
also neutral and also a rogue.
It was
And
evil.
also because you can use any item
I
regardless
cannot
of
Because I'm a
use
rogue.
Yeah, these
Fucking rogues.
Are you evil?
People with Revivify, do you have required a gemage?
Oh yeah, maybe people
not
want...
a lot.
I mean, I have 2,000 gold's worth of diamonds.
What?
I'm gonna take that.
Oh yeah, we bought a fuckload.
I think you picked up some, didn't you?
I'll give you 9 100 GP
Yeah,
diamonds.
I've got 3 100 gold GP gems in the
Do you
bag.
need more diamonds?
I've currently got 450.
Flint,
I
yes.
think I picked up some at some
Take-
point.
how many do you have?
So that's 4.
One, maybe?
4.5, yeah.
Take 11.
Do you want
Okay.
the other 3 so you can do it twice?
I'd like, he's just given. Did you say 9?
Yeah, you got 9. You have
Yeah.
9. You can
900,
cast 3
so
times, and he
I'm
has
on
11 plus his 1,
1350.
so that's...
Alright, so you can do it 4
You
3
can cast it
times.
4 times.
Cool,
Well,
lovely.
3, 4. No, you do have the spell slots, right?
Holy fucking shit, my save bonuses just went through the fucking roof.
Well, Charisma and Con are now on 10. That's it.
Your AC's 18, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
because that means anything.
Yeah, A it's Liam.
I think I'm more looking forward to the, I get double my hit
So-
points with the potion.
Is it bad if Iymrith crits you?
What's your dex?
Yes.
Depends on what she crits on.
It's fine if she crits me. Give it to me. I'll be fine.
What do you mean what she crits on?
Oh, sorry, crits
Well,
with.
what-
Crits
yeah.
with. Crits with is
Oh
a
look,
better
AoE
statement.
crits. Rip everybody.
Unfortunately, that can't happen.
Yeah, I know, because that's a save.
Thank
Yes.
fuck.
And a long rest.
That
Yeah,
was
can
broken.
we actually
Yeah,
have a long
otherwise,
rest?
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah,
all of my
we are
bosses would
long
have an
Why have you
AoE
not
crit.
capitalised the first letter of your character's name?
What?
You are a terrible
You
person.
don't do that. Oh,
You're a
you should
terrible
change
human
that.
being.
I think it's more because I created it in 20 minutes because he needed me to create one.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You're still a terrible human being.
Is everyone attuned to where they wish to be attuned?
Yes.
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 Sweet.
I feel all the power, apart from the lightning bolts. Fuck that
Do
shit.
I have
now.
any other attunement things?
Are you attempting to remove the wand of lightning bolts?
They did try none of
Were you going to use?
Oh yeah, you're going to use remove curse, weren't you?
Uh,
Or greater restoration?
Oh, do you not have the restoration?
Everyone
Oh yeah, you've got a tattoo for greater restoration.
Yeah, but would that work for an
You've got
item?
2 more sessions. to
Remove
do that.
curses.
I don't know.
Yeah, but from an item? It's on yourself.
Yeah,
Does the attunement
yeah.
technically...
You can only use it on yourself.
Yeah, but you have the curse, surely.
Yeah, you are cursed by
Or
you.
is the item cursed?
No, the item is
No.
cursing you.
Otherwise, the remove curse spell would be like.
I would look up the wording for Great Restoration because it will tell you what it does.
You imbue a creature you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1 or end one of the following effects on them. One effect that charmed or petrified the target, one curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item. Any reduction to one of the target scores, or one effect reducing target hit point maximum.
Yeah.
I
but
wonder which you want to go for.
Cool. You feel a snap.
Yes, that's
there's
Going in there.
there's like a jolt of energy
touching
through your
himself
system
Yeah.
as you cast Greater Restoration from your tattoo, and when the light bulb jumps out your hand, you are no longer attuned to it.
Thank fuck for that.
No one touch it. Oh, you touched it.
Just like holding it with the tips of the blades. Just like.
dropping it in the back.
Nah, fuck that.
So are you attuning to a different
Do you
one?
remember if we were hit
Oh,
by
fuck
anything
that.
that,
I'm
like,
assuming you're now
reduces
attuned to
down
both
I
the
didn't
staff
really give you an
and
item,
does-
Sorry, what?
but hey ho.
Do you remember the last time we bumped into Iymrith, which is a big AoE circle of like pain and suffering,
That going in the
which
bag?
hit
Yeah.
big giant dude.
I assume so.
Who wants it in the bag?
That reduces maximum hit points and/or
Because I'm removing it from my inventory.
Don't remember.
Cool.
Was it a black circle? Maybe like a circle of death kind of.
I was going to say
you
that.
know.
Kind of like a circle of death.
It's not film resistance.
I'm wondering if like aura of life is a good idea.
It looks circular and death-like.
That's pretty
So.
What was in it?
My parry up says hello to attunement again.
Yeah.
Cool. Double parry
Are
out.
you not attuned to your parry yet?
I'm unattuned.
Sure, I'll take it.
Can you?
Can you? Okay.
He has space
Two.
for it.
He only has two things, so
Wow.
I might as well attune it.
I know, but it's actually like Flint starting item. It's like, oh, we bought this with him from the Earth plane.
Oh,
They wouldn't give it
Don't
away.
be sentimental
For a single fight,
Can I
right?
just say to that? Let's snap to that because I'm not giving mine to anyone either. There's a reason for that shit.
On the virtue that it's not like giving you like +1 AC or anything useful.
It's
No.
Oh my god, Fenrir, look over there.
I don't even know what he took.
Exactly.
I don't think he knows what he took.
No, he's very tempted to say that that's canon.
Do I have it then?
No.
Fine, I'll take your.
You're not even being subtle about it.
I don't even know if I want that thing.
I will take this.
I mean,
Nah.
right, okay. The obvious answer is always, I take Alton's bag of holding because it's got all of the money in.
Right, item attunement's done, yes?
Yes.
Well, now
So,
yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
done that.
Spells
Yeah.
prepared that
So
need
much
to be
money.
prepared.
For today.
possibly.
I don't even get to choose.
I don't need to. Yeah, I don't either.
It's alright, I get nothing. I get. It's fine. I get a help.
Cool.
But mainly for the paladin and the bard. And
So,
For bravely fighting the
They're
Kraken,
range.
did we level up?
No.
no.
You mean brave running away?
Yeah, running the fuck away.
Brave Sir Robin
I'm
style.
not called Sir Robin.
You should have stayed on fort. You guys had that.
nah.
Fuck no.
Would we have got like 2 level ups?
Yeah.
No, we definitely got one though.
No,
We didn't
you
die.
wouldn't
Even
die.
for avoiding it, we still
Probably
got
would have died, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Sascha dies in like 3 hits.
Wow.
3?
One hit
That
point.
many?
He's on 1 HP.
I would have been on one hit
Yeah.
point for that.
Yeah.
So,
Kraken fight.
One hit to
unconscious,
down him,
crit,
one hit to-
dead. 3 hits.
If it hits,
I was thinking I'd just leave him to drown.
Fucking hits all 3. Hmm?
I'm probably just leave him to drown.
What, the Kraken?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Possibly
I
8
just
him, one or the
so
other.
I'd start
Running
teleporting
in
away
air.
and then just go.
But yeah. We'll
Oh,
do the
do
thing.
we
But-
get, do we get our ability to breathe in water again? Every single day.
We might as well.
Are we really gonna need that?
Who cares? We
So, 'tis the morning. Hekaton
Shenanigans.
has been
Yeah.
busy all night, but he'll come get you in the morning. With him are 4 other storm giants.
Well, hello. What?
Do we
we
recognise
need
one of them?
You don't recognise any of them.
Cavalry?
We need 5 storm giants and a party of
Oh,
people
God.
made into
7
giants.
people.
All boosted to crowd and just still on.
All
Do you
goddamn
enjoy
giants.
doing this to yourself, Lynn? Having to run like 5 characters to fight yourself?
This is just what the book says, and I'm not gonna lie, you need it.
Especially with what you've done.
Oh, are you all marching in single file? Thank you very much, lightning bolts.
You've used the bloody spat,
So-
haven't you?
Hekaton's plan, him and the other storm giants are going to take whales underwater to another island.
Of course.
There, they're going to pick up their rock pets and
Told you I'd rock.
fly to the Anauroch desert.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're getting in their bags, are we?
Fuck's sake.
Dead.
Yeah,
you
Anauroch
just go
desert.
back,
To the northern end, because that is where Iymrith's lair is. It is a very large, abandoned amphitheatre
Oh, how
that she is
dramatic.
turned in the middle of it. She turned into her own lair. She is also known, her full titles, she has two. She's known as the Doom of the Desert and the Dragon of Statues. Doom of the Desert is pretty obvious. Dragon of Statues is because she creates living statues to guard her lair.
Oh, she does have minions.
I'm not sure I'm so in anymore.
Does she doom deserts, or is she doom in the desert?
The latter.
No, both.
She's a powerful spellcaster. You guys already know that. And like all blue dragons, is immune to lightning damage.
Keep using the lightning bolt, you can get through the immunity eventually.
When
So-
you go through, it becomes vulnerability.
You have Hekaton, a storm giant called Ymir,
Ymir?
one called Olecto, one called Shaldor, and one called Varsha.
I really wanted one to just be like, and Roger.
Well, I mean, we had Eric.
Phil!
Shaldor and Varsha are female. What they're going to do is leave now, and in
Die.
about like an hour and a half, 2 hours time, Sascha is going to teleport you to where they're picking up the rocks, and then you will get to lift via a rock.
Why don't we all just teleport back?
Would they happen to have a spare one? They could lend an enlarged.
No, because they are not
cannon.
taking the rocks in to fight, and
Transport
because they can only teleport 8 people.
Kind of twice using the room.
Apparently not. So, that is the plan. When they get within about a mile, they're going to land the rocks are going to leave, and they're going to start making their way in.
When do we
Why?
Chair
When
bro.
do we glove?
when we land.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's 24 hours.
The
When we
giants
land.
are going to do a full frontal assault against the amphitheatre. They are going to just run at it.
Right.
They are going to be big, heavy targets that could serve as a distraction.
We're small folk to get in.
Yeah.
Where?
But that's
Yeah,
whether or not
Hobbit
you
this
want to
shit.
do it on your own or fight through everything with them.
Hobbit this shit.
Yeah, but
I
then
think
we've got to
fight
fight
Which are like fighting storm
Iymrith
giant
without
puppet.
the
What does
giants.
Hekaton
Yeah, but they'll
suggest?
bust through the minions and then
They
turn
may
up
not
He
later.
says it's your decision.
Um,
It's up to you when you drink the
Oh,
potion.
right.
It's up to you as to which way you go. Both of them
Yeah,
have
something like
pros and cons. If you go in on your own and use the giants as a distraction, you guys can get past the bodyguards.
We don't have giants
We
to
don't
fight
have
with us.
giants.
exactly, which is what, yeah. But then if we fight against the bodyguards, then we're going to be burning resources.
Yeah.
It's
Has
that
anyone
so
got the
chaos.
spell reduce?
What him they can speak kid with us.
Hold on,
Don't we have a spell scroll of that?
hold on. No, I think we actually have something that does that.
How would you like to be a small folk?
Usually it makes them large. There's 5 of
No,
them.
that doesn't do
They'll
it.
still be 13 foot tall.
Yeah.
How would you like to be invisible?
Even if they're visible, they're still loud.
It
Also
makes you
going through a desert. They're gonna
Yeah.
make there's gonna be lots of sand.
Big footprints.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man, but I packed sandwiches.
Well, they're aptly fucking named.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Maybe that's where the best sandwich is, in the
You
desert.
cling film
No
them
one-
3 days
no,
ago.
we found the answer to our question. Why did you do that?
No one would know that the best sandwich is actually in the desert full of sand. 'cause
Yeah,
no
It's
one-
actually Iymrith. She's a sand witch.
But the desert's not in water deep.
I heard that. That was good. I like that.
Yeah. It's good, isn't it? Coming from the
Inspiration.
Yeah, missed it.
I feel inspired.
bar. Oh. Oh.
Don't you still have one?
No.
Oh, Fuck it, have an inspiration.
I thought you were doing luck.
It's luck, yeah. It's an inspiration point, but I use it as luck. That was quick and funny. Cool. So,
I feel like we fight with them.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, alright.
You try
not to use too
high
much.
level spells.
On my knee.
Are we going to have a point where we go, okay, this isn't working, we scarper?
Well, I feel
We
like we're
have
going
no
with them,
get
we're all giant.
Or is it just a...
We have no get out of jail free card.
No, we
I
have
gave away the get out.
Are storm
We don't
giants
get out
resistant to
from-
thunder damage?
hang on.
Oh, lightning.
Get
We don't
out of
have a
free
get
jail.
out of jail free card. However, we do have a if all goes tits up, put a big problem on the other problem.
No, because that problem fucks with everyone.
I was thinking more like we have invisibility
Oh,
and stuff
God.
to cover the party.
Yeah, Titan, no.
That's a bad idea.
Yes.
We could
Put like that.
we could invisible them
You
and
did
pass
it with
without
glass
trace,
desert.
and then there's no sand going everywhere.
We could put a bag holding in a bag holding and just peace out.
Yeah.
If you do that, we'll end up with glass deserts.
Yeah, be like, hi, Iymrith. Boop.
And if you really don't want to fight them, I will happily just snap the staff, yeah?
There we go. We've got lots of fail safes. That's fine.
Fail the main word there.
There's a lot of failure going on.
Yes.
I think the best case would just be do all the fail safes at once.
Yes. Snap the staff, release the flask, everything.
Put the bag holding in the bag holding.
Big
Fucking
boom,
hell.
you know, get rid of like the whole of the way.
I hold my action to put a bag holding in the bag holding when he steps the staff and.
We're gonna make a horrifying dimension in the desert of
Yes, we're just going to create a small
glass
black
and
hole. It'll be fine.
Cool.
horror.
So your plan
Full
is...
frontal.
Oh,
Nude.
God.
Yeah, it would be better to
Full
say.
frontal.
Because we have
giant fighting.
Harshnag and 4 others.
Fun
You have a
turn.
total of 5 storm
No one
giants
can
with you.
speak anymore.
Yeah.
The person.
Yeah.
Land in the mouth.
It made me a giant.
I'm naturally opposed to the full frontal idea. I will.
Yeah, we should. Because there's 5 storm giants.
Me now, bog.
Yes, full frontal.
I think we should.
We're going full frontal on her cultists.
And then her.
Dragon of
We're going
living
full frontal on her
statues. She doesn't have cultists, she has statues as
Going full
minions.
frontal on those as well.
Okay.
Wait, actually, why don't we visit our other dragon and get more cultists?
That's
you
what
crazy?
That's what I suggested earlier.
Yeah.
I suggested that a few
Yeah,
weeks
but
ago.
we have like 3 days left of our ship,
Yeah.
and you guys.
Need to use it, yeah.
Or we
Well aware.
try and convince the giants to sending the other
Um,
dragon a message, being like, hey, you wanna help us out?
Nah.
He's next.
Nah. Let's just get on with this shit.
He's next. Ha! Hope you started him.
No, this has.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
It's an option. It's
an option.
definitely an option.
That's New Game Plus right there.
fuck that.
That's
I mean-
DLC rather.
I mean, again, I might need to look up the Sly Flourish thing for Clouth, but
Stop using that.
no, because Sly Flourish does things properly.
Why?
in a moment of silence.
I was like, come on, someone.
So-
Thank you.
You are joining the Storm Giants in a full frontal all-out assault.
Yeah.
It's such a
Yes.
bad idea, but yeah.
The best bad idea we've got.
No,
We've
no,
got
it's
nothing
just.
but bad ideas.
No, no,
How
I
much
have a
money
very
are we
good
willing to
idea.
put
I go
into
back
this?
to Waterdeep.
Thing is, though,
Quick question: how much money are we willing to put into this?
What do you mean?
Well, if we get a magic circle, we'll open the elemental into it, and then cast Plan of Binding on it.
Oh,
It has to
God.
follow our instructions.
How long?
Well, depending on the level,
24
you can.
hours?
No, that's for level 5, and it goes up to 10 days with level 6, 30 days at level
just to
7.
let you know,
and
when
then-
this got captured, it felt like
That's
there
why
was
you
no
drop it into a
way.
magic circle.
Out of
Will
curiosity,
into a magic circle. That's what I was saying.
is Plan of Binding like concentration or something?
It's a charisma check to see if it fails.
Oh,
Yeah,
What
okay.
about the other things? Are they concentration?
No. It just happens.
Okay.
Thing
I
is,
mean,
though, even if we sneak into her lair,
But
she'll
that's
probably
just
know
asking
we're
for
there.
trouble, so
Yeah.
I just immune
So-
myself with it.
I
She's
think
going to
having
know
having the
anyway.
giants is going to be a big help.
Yeah. You know, she's going to know we're coming
Will
either
the
way.
amount of damage we take try and bring those giants in outweigh the cost? Outweigh the benefit?
Either way, it's either you take a bit of damage now and then you go in fighting her when you're, a little bit down, or you still go in without the giants and still get wrecked.
It's like the other way around. I'm like scared of going in with the giants because we die before we get there. Vice versa. If we go in solo, we'll easily get there because we're super powerful
Yeah,
with the potions.
but then you've got
But then
no-
we die when we get there because we might not have
The giants as backup. That's the problem. Yeah.
I think having more bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
Fighting
Yeah.
through. I think
Yeah.
you
Also,
want-
they're going to be taking some of that damage that,
Yeah.
that is being dished out.
Yeah,
Will be
the more-
giant as
the
well,
more
so
targets
we'll
you
have
have,
extra
the more you can
HP
split
as well.
things up.
Just remember that.
Yeah. But then that's kind of putting all our eggs in one basket. Like the whole point of like having the small folk go in is the strike team. It's,
In the hopes that they'll show off after.
Basically, they go round one side and make one pincer. We come in the other side. They're pulling all the distraction. We go in and we stop the fight with Iymrith and they make the way through. They become our third act twist,
Such
as it
a
were.
tricky situation.
Assuming they can make them.
So what are people's votes here?
Scupper.
I would
There
suggest.
just doesn't feel like a winning option here.
So we'll just fall off the rock halfway there.
Fly home. Just be like,
We
"Send me back
commandeer one of
home.
the rocks, there we go.
Send me to Waterdeep.
I'm gonna
Take a vote.
say go with them.
okay, so one go with,
Alright.
two go
Hands up if you want to go with the. You have a question?
No, I'm saying you do the thing.
Okay. Hands up if you want to go with the giants and a full frontal assault.
That's sold then, innit?
That's a majority by default. But as a point of interest, hands up if you wanted to just do the secret sneak in.
The Hobbit strategy.
Yeah.
Oh look, the two rogues opted to sneak.
Surprising that.
Are you sure you don't want to split?
I'm pretty sure I don't want to do that. If we're splitting, I'd go.
My only iffy thing is we will be given our time to prepare for it if we don't go immediately. That's my only worry. Well, not the only worry, but
Play bowling with the sand statues.
with Boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of a bunch of that way.
How are you going to roll it along sand?
You throw it.
Extreme.
Alright, I will play shot put.
Well, I like how it's going to be in your hand like this when we take the photo up.
Well, I was going to like enlarge it and then do it. Cool, fuck yeah.
So what are your reasons for wanting to sneak in then? Because we won't have backup. We do have our potions.
Because I have confidence that the storm giants will get through the
they'll get
minions.
through eventually, but there might be fewer of them. Than if we
Yeah, they might lose one or two, but get there. Whereas we can go in completely
go the
pristine,
hard
all
way.
spell slots, all hit points, and just go bitch please and
Well,
then
who said that the sneak in way is going to be easy? It could be trapped.
I mean, it will be, but it won't be like
Yeah,
covered with
but
gargantuan.
everything.
There'll be traps regardless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If there's traps, there'll be traps whichever way you go about. So
we're going to be arguing about this for the week.
well, hopefully you're going to make a decision now.
Well, we voted, so the decision's been made.
Yeah, that is
So you voted. Is anyone likely to change their minds?
I don't know.
I know, I'm the same as him.
You voted now. This
Yeah.
is the point of the vote.
I'm
right?
indecisive,
Yeah,
but I'm
but
great to do
It's
more.
all legally binding.
full
We're
frontal.
leaving now. That's it.
It
There's
doesn't,
no
matter,
changing
it doesn't
our
matter
minds.
that, it doesn't matter
Alright.
that Liam has made sure 3 or 4 times to try and be like, that's a really bad idea. Are you sure you don't want to sneak in? Because you've already voted.
He's going to say that no matter what we choose.
How about we had a third option? Hold your hand up if you have no idea which way's better.
Yeah.
Can we have
Alright,
a
so
full-
by default, sneaking wins. That's democracy.
Basically,
the minority wins again.
he's prepped for a dungeon. He's like, no, fuck it, you're taking the dungeon. Go the fuck through that dungeon.
It really makes no difference to me. I'm just. But I mean, you know, if you have no idea, put your hands up. 6 of you put your hands up. One person has categorically voted for sneaking.
whose alternative vote was
so-
go to Waterdeep.
Yeah, you can go to Waterdeep, you coward.
I know.
Before you do that, though, we're taking all your stuff.
All right,
I'm off for the giants sacrificing themselves.
Oh, but no, we should do that.
It's the cavalry. Fine.
Thing is, how much did you hit Iymrith last time? And
Oh,
it didn't look
piss
hurt?
ton.
About
Yeah, but we
400.
weren't giants.
That's true.
Not.
We weren't
It was
giants.
like 1-2 rounds.
We weren't giants with
400.
+7 to our strength.
We're trying to
All round,
massive
she was
hit to hit modifiers.
Yeah, we only hit her a handful of times.
Yeah, but now we have like plus more.
Plus this much.
I like how you still check it, and it's like, yeah, more. You're not on the right track.
It's like +7 or something.
I mean, I have +14 to hit when I get that.
You don't want to protect from energy.
No.
Yes.
Okay, other than you.
No.
I can use it once.
Other than you, I feel really
Do we have
bad.
a
Well, you're going to
scroll
cast
of
it on yourself.
What
Drown.
scrolls do
I
we
already
have?
I have resistance to a breath
Didn't we
weapon,
have some?
No,
but
if we
I
have
don't have it to like bites and claws.
And other spells.
Did we definitely get rid of those scrolls? I'm sure we had scrolls.
if we had scrolls, they were on people.
I also have resistance and vulnerability to everything.
I'm
Scrolls of dispel magic, magic weapon,
So
tongues,
they're all
water
people.
breathing.
Tongues is
Tongues,
the
we can
only
talk
thing.
to her in any language.
Tongues is
fucking
fucking
do.
useless.
Basically, we can insult her in our own language, and then we can go into it. That's
Do you want me
what
to
we
teach
have.
you a few words beforehand?
No.
So this is hello Iymrith, I'm your friend. Basically, now I'm
Fuck
gonna
off, you
fucking kill you. Creepy.
How long is it going to take them to go?
So we're going to sneak.
We're going
Sneak
to
there,
sneak.
there you go.
You're sneaking.
We're going to sneak.
Are you sure you want to sneak? Are you really sure?
sure?
now?
I mean, I want to be sure that you are picking the thing you want to do.
Are we
It's a
sure we
hard
don't want to
sneak.
split the party?
It's not a soft sneak, it's a
We
hard
are
sneak.
technically.
hard
We're
sneak.
leaving half the
I'm
fight
still
on.
not sure.
The Barbu of Cotton. We'll see how
It's
it
harsh
goes.
sneak.
Harsh sneak.
Yes.
Hush, sneak.
How long did you say it was going to take them to go from Orca to Rock?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. And then from there, we're joining them on the rocks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right,
And
okay.
then we're getting.
And that's going to take, to get from there across
Yeah.
the Sword Coast is
Even
going
if
to
I
take
said
like
snick.
3 hours because rocks are the
Snick with
speediest
you, yeah.
motherfuckers on this
Okay.
planet.
Nick was 1 and 2.
Cool.
Rocks have a fly
There we
speed of
I think in that case...
907.
120.
That's close.
So I think in that case, the
Every 6
evening
seconds.
before, I would have broken out the 2 barrels of dwarf ale I have in my bag of holding. We're going to discuss this over these.
Did they come from a giant body?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, they
Crack
did.
them open,
And
really.
I expect us to finish those fuckfaces.
We are not having
We're going to When is the battle the next morning?
When do they want to leave?
They want to leave when they leave like pretty early in the morning, sort of when you guys wake up. They tell you the plan and then they leave, and you have like 2 hours before you're going to get teleported.
Will we get hammered the night before then?
Yeah, you get hammered the night before, you're hungover today. Cool.
Last night that you're alive.
I'm not getting hungover today.
Just go yes.
I'll drink, but I'd rather not fight with a hangover.
I completely forgot that I had some big, huge dragon cape on me.
Oh yeah.
Have you been lugging that around?
I'm
Are you sure that wasn't left on the airship?
not sure.
Because if you were lugging that, if you've been carrying that, your attack rolls would be way different.
Let's say you left it
I
on the
just
airship.
noticed it was in like other possessions. Dragging this fucking heavy dragon cape.
I'm pretty sure you dragged that to the airship. That is on the airship, so it's gone now.
All of our treasures.
You damn.
Don't worry, we'll get a new horde when we kill Iymrith.
Yeah.
If we kill
Should
them.
have a whole new
Iymrith.
airship in there, a bigger
Right.
one.
It's a snack.
You sure we don't?
So,
A better one.
That one.
That one. Yeah.
Split party?
That one. Right. So the
How
three.
about aerial assault?
There's all kinds of visible on this superhero.
It's a coliseum. We could just drop in from above.
We did
Amphitheatre.
go under.
Well, there's a really snappy
Yeah, so it's still
looking
on
fire
top,
elemental.
isn't it?
well, yeah, but they're also not flying the rocks there.
Yeah.
They're flying. They're dropping. They're getting off the rocks about half a mile out. So,
How do we hit her if she's really high in the air?
Yeah, amphitheatres are pretty open tops.
Does anyone have wingbind? That spell that doesn't exist.
Well, if we do in fact,
Do you actually have it?
Yes, it's in the Warlock spell list.
Earthbind is what he has. Wingbind is another thing.
Oh, I was about to
Yeah.
say, like,
Interestingly-
wingbind doesn't exist.
interestingly,
We've got
if
that
we
spell.
do in fact level up, I get to choose 2 more magical secret spells from any class.
We're not going to level up, you know that.
Oh, no, but I hope. No,
We don't know.
I was actually going to see if we can trade it see if we can get a scroll from someone. For that spell book.
For what?
The scroll of Wingbind.
Do we have time to?
Wingbind is not a spell that
Yeah.
exists.
That's why I keep saying it doesn't exist.
Oh, you
it's,
could.
it's
Earthbind
an
does.
old spell.
Earthbind does, yeah. Wingbind
but
is an
Wingbind
old
is a
edition
different
spell that was specifically put into
Tiamat.
by Tiamat by Sly Flourish, because otherwise the campaign is impossible.
You can't.
Actually, yeah.
Because you can never hit a dragon. Ever.
Which is the problem we're currently facing.
Yes.
I can hit a dragon.
I can hit the dragon because I have.
I can
Dragon Bronze.
sort of hit the dragon.
I took Dragon
I can I can
situations
longbow a
like-
dragon, but that's non-magical damage, which isn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will just crossbow the fuckface. It's fine.
You have to elemental weapon on your crossbow. Make it lightning.
You have a scroll of magic weapon.
Oh yeah.
We have throw a magic weapon.
Isn't that
Concentration. Yeah.
And
Cool.
it's down. I didn't get to attack with.
So, Hekaton and group have left. 2 hours after that, Sarissa takes you to the room and you get teleported. You find the giants. It can't miss out. They know where you're. They know where you're where they're going. There are the 5 giants. There are the 5 rocks. You guys get put on rocks, and you take off.
I always think this is just a random boulder flight. It's all I think
Never
every
takes
time.
it.
It's just a flying boulder.
No wings. It just flies.
It's just
through
like
the
a
air.
meteor just picks up
oh
and
no,
flies
with
off.
eyes and a mouth.
Yeah.
Pioneers
That's just
Every time, that's all I
terrifying.
picture.
Arms. She's Geodude.
Pioneers used to ride those babies.
They fly very high and very quickly above the Sword Coast.
Oh look, my hand.
It takes about 3 hours for them to cross the entire length of the Sword Coast.
So one of these rocks is called Concord.
Is my hair still as it was?
No, none of
You
your hair is
haven't
on.
got There's
these-
no hair left.
These are fucking fast
I
creatures.
think various towns have like complete ritual sacrifices upon seeing these things.
Oh, they fly quite high in the air.
Yeah. This
Yeah, but they're pretty big though. They
Yeah,
pass
but
out
they-
the sun
They,
momentarily.
they fly like a mile up, so
Yeah,
they just look like specks.
This is a Blackbird spy plane flying on like the blue line.
Yeah. And yeah, fucking they fly really quickly.
Is that what they sound like?
It is now.
Their wings that fucking quick.
Yeah.
They are a bee.
It sounded like you passing wind.
Don't you fucking dare!
Not on cue. Not
I
on
haven't
cue.
got any.
Fuck's sake.
Good.
Someone's squeezing.
On his finger.
The silent one came out a minute ago, but
They land, which you know is about half a mile away, and the giants start making their way forwards.
Do we know any of the lay of the land?
and we are going to.
You're
the-
going to an amphitheatre. That is literally all you know.
We're going to die.
Flying in, we don't see anything at all.
You didn't see it, no. I mean, they weren't high at that point because they started coming in. As soon as they hit the desert, they went way lower. To reduce the amount of being seen. And they flew low. Also, there's no civilization there. It is just a desert. There's no one living in it.
So it's undulating, not flat.
Hmm?
It's undulating.
Yes,
not
yeah.
There are dunes.
Yes, there are many, many dunes.
flat. Lots of dunes.
So they land about half a mile out, stop down, and essentially you guys are welcome to walk with them until the amphitheatre is in sight from now, or disappear off now and start making your own way forward.
No, let's follow them for a bit.
Yeah, I think we follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think Iymrith will follow us into a small underground cavern where she can't fly?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
She can turn into a human, or say a storm giant.
Cool.
So she probably will.
I'd rather fight her than
Yeah.
So
So as you're
by the entrance, block that, and then
There is a point- as you guys have flown closer, there is a thick black cloud, a churning cauldron of black clouds. A churning cauldron.
Dinner!
I thought you said cows, so I'm just thinking, no, as in the hoods, and there's just a lot of leather hoods.
Cowl. Yeah.
A churning cauldron of black clouds fills the sky as thunder peals and lightning flashes. This is from about
desert?
6 miles. Yes!
That does.
Yes, it is.
So where's the
This
lair?
looks fun.
So, yeah, it's
Do you want to just go to the pub?
it's not it's
The
not
whole thing to blow up.
it's not raining. There's just really thick thunder clouds and lightning and thunder.
Fog on the clouds.
Also
Right, so
contributing,
it's
also a
in Britain.
contributory reason to why the rocks get lower.
Yeah.
While storm giants are immune to lightning, rocks are not. Cool. So you guys will go with them for a small distance, and there comes a point where you crest the top of the dune, and you can see in front of you that this is where your long journey ends in the desert. Half buried in the cold dunes is a crumbling amphitheatre adorned with statues, many of them broken, the rest worn smooth by wind and sand. 4 large trebuchets stand atop the ruins. Where cheers once rang out across a great city, now a solemn fortress stands before you, waiting for you to draw near.
Just going to say that opening sentence is really, really foreshadowing.
Yeah.
This is where your long journey comes to end. The first thing that came to my mind was just a set of empty holes. Just like, oh good, we die here.
The pre-dug graves.
As the giants crest the thing, they create a lot of dust. You're about 1,000 feet away. You guys fucking off?
Yeah, let's move around the side, but try and keep to the dips.
Do you wanna pass
within
without?
dunes as much as possible.
Yes.
Giants, we go in and take out the trebuchets before
As,
they run in?
as he just asked, you want to do past that
I
trace.
think the idea is that we get spotted regardless, so we
Right, it's
have
pretty
to
open.
go at the same time so that they're the target where the dots unseen. Or we just invisibility. Would it take us an hour to get there from where we are?
Not 1,000 feet.
Yeah, lots of slots straight away.
Yeah.
Fucking shitloads. Just
I mean,
Well, I mean,
if they're causing all that, like, sand and shit,
I mean,
we
it's
can pass without trace and off we go.
I would say stick to the dips and troughs within the dunes and we'll be fine.
you can see you guys are coming in from the yes. So you guys are coming in from the northern side. So the you're actually you're coming towards the wall. So
so is
you'll have to go. Regardless, you're going to have to go around it.
That's fine. If we can get, well,
But the giants,
Right, okay.
the giants are going forwards, and the trebuchets are sort of scattered along. There's one immediately at the front, and they're all going around to the right. So the giants are veering to the right.
well, let's go left then.
They are veering to be like, yes, we're in the path of these trebuchets. Please hit us, please.
catch the rock throw.
Do you want to give them your rock so they can throw something
Throw a
back
rock
just the
back.
once?
You have to attune to it. Nah, don't you?
No, you don't.
No,
You don't.
but it also doesn't have a very big range.
I was assuming they just throw it as if it was a boulder.
Yeah, no, they can catch what the fucking trebuchets fling at them.
They have their own bags.
They're not
on them as
monks, they're going to get splattered.
Can you imagine?
One of
No,
them is
they
a
are
monk strong
giants.
giant.
Yeah, but to a giant, that
That would
trebuchet
be
is swinging
scary.
like a basketball at them.
How big are the
Oh,
trebuchets?
yeah,
These are trebuchets that are bigger than your normal trebuchet.
Oh, they're giant-sized ones?
They are
Nah,
big
fine then.
fucking trebuchets.
They land on
If
off
they
the
were
pit.
stone giants, they wouldn't give a fuck. They throw half a mountain at each other's falls.
They throw half mountains. They throw rocks like that.
Game of dodgeball.
Baseball bats.
So you guys are going left, past without
Yeah.
trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I
Cool.
casting or are you casting?
I'll innately cast.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's have all of you make stealth
It's
checks.
daytime, yeah?
Tis daytime.
Well, that could have been a better one.
Have you disappeared? Did you go into a different plane of
Ah!
existence? Or did you
I
go
had
to
advantage on
oh,
stealth check.
oh, you did. Fine.
I win!
No.
I
Good
win!
You might not win.
Alton.
So it's a check here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
I don't know what his bonus is, so you might not win.
Plus 10, yeah.
10,
His
plus
is
10,
about-
He's the same as me.
He is a bard.
15, so that's
Bastard.
25 plus
Yes.
10, 35.
35. Cool. Snap.
28.
Flint.
18.
Yeah, I really didn't do that well. 41.
41. Did you roll a natural 20?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that with pass that trace?
Yeah.
13.
Oh yeah, 28.
13.
13.
Cool.
I got more.
Oh.
20, I got 28.
I have
We had 10.
disadvantage.
Yeah, cool.
Andrew, you got 23. We had 10.
Oh, I had 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got 13
Oh.
with pass
Yeah.
without trace.
23.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was going to say you
Oh,
rolled
sorry.
fucking shit.
23.
Cool.
35.
35.
43.
You can't.
What did you roll?
rolled
What-
level 20 as
He
well.
also got. I rolled 10,
Wow.
just putting it out there.
What'd you end up with? 30.
35. Well, actually, I rolled a 9, so it's a 10, so 35.
Reliable talent. It is reliable.
It is. Oh, look,
Cool.
it's a
Yeah,
9.
I rolled an 20. I get plus.
So you
30.
guys vanish into the dust caused by the giants as the giants start sprinting. And as the giants start sprinting, you watch as the 4 trebuchets towards the giants.
I'm glad we went this way.
Liam now gets to play with himself. For a
I
bit.
do. Just bear with
Well,
me.
he wasn't
Very.
doing that earlier,
Yeah,
was he?
King Hekaton. It was just rescue.
I still say we should have gone.
Oh, that was a crit,
You just
wasn't
crit,
it?
didn't you?
He crit more than once, I think.
Wow.
I'm glad you didn't go that way.
Yeah, right.
Holy shit.
Okay, so crit plus.
Oh, Jesus.
Accidentally kills one of the main characters.
One hit.
The other stab block is not too bad.
Just got to find
Don't
storm
damage, you
giant.
Defer it to
Can't
one of
tell, I
the
don't-
other.
Yeah, look out, sir. Roll.
Crit and 2 hits.
They're not goblins.
So that is 44, 88, plus another 88 for simplicity.
172.
172 damage to the first storm giant. Just as these bolters plough into them.
I'm guessing you look somewhat injured.
Not as injured as you'd think.
I'm just saying, even in giant form, that'd still leave me on 80.
Yeah, more about that.
Yeah,
Not
that's
far off.
okay.
I'd be alright.
I'd be good.
Cool.
Do you
I'd be
think
on
we made
16.
the right choice?
Yeah. Weirdly enough.
But the giants are starting to really run forwards.
Yeah, they are.
I thought we
So
had the same.
you guys are heading off to the left. You're going to lose sight of what's happening.
107.
Maybe the giants will turn up and
How
help.
much damage did you say you did?
172.
I'd have 2 hit points left.
Yeah, basically killed all of them.
Yeah.
That giant just went.
Now you can do it on cue, you bastard.
Can you have inspiration for that?
No.
I
I am not giving inspiration for fart.
I kind of want to because you're just torturing Andrew. It's beautiful to watch.
None of them was smelt though.
No, it's just funny because you make Andrew lose his shit.
As you guys are scurrying, you do
I haven't lost any
notice
shit, I can tell you that.
around the
Yeah,
trebuchets
but Andrew keeps gaining it.
there is a horde of, and I say
I
horde,
just have to just
A what,
run
sorry,
coverage
Liam?
A
by
horde?
my-
Yes.
of
Dragon Cream?
no,
Small
Uh,
islands.
of about like 40, maybe 50 gargoyles
That's quite a lot.
that are swarming the trebuchets, sort of putting things on them.
Are they firing gargoyles?
How big are they?
Oh no, they're
gargoyles
picking
aren't
up like
I
rocks,
don't know how big
but
are
a couple of them are picking
Is
up
it
like
a standard-
the rocks are
Just
huge
don't
that they've
blink
just launched,
They can't move.
and they are
Yeah, not those kind of
they are between like 2 or 3 of them picking up rocks, loading them in the trebuchets, another couple of them are winding the trebuchets and spinning them round and lining up shots, and then a couple more are firing.
Fuck that.
There is a shit ton of gargoyles in the way that way.
It would be funny if they did like
If
put
someone
themselves
dropped a
into a boulder
fireball
and
on it.
flung themselves so they can just go.
However, they are very, very occupied with the giants.
Mm.
Fair.
So you
Oh
guys,
shit.
so you guys are full on sprinting. I'm going to imagine.
Yeah.
Stealth sprinting.
We're
No,
not even
my
getting
You're all
character's
hidden. You
stealthy
can
enough,
just
he probably
fucking
could.
leg it. You're good.
Yeah.
Full out power walk.
just want to check the speed
Hang
of
on,
the
that
Storm
was
Giant.
4 successes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually pretty quick. The Storm Giants are closing the gap quite quickly, actually.
How fast are they?
They're currently moving 100 feet around
Oh, that's not bad.
as they.
Yeah.
It doesn't say how large they are.
But yes. So you will make your way closer to the amphitheatre and around the sides. As you clear the left-hand side of the amphitheatre, you do become aware, or you can see, one section of it has been separated from the rest. There is like a split.
There's a black cloud above us, right?
Yes.
So it's quite shadowy.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Good, I'm not useless, guys.
Yeah. There is a thick black cloud blocking the sun.
The only time.
On the rock, I was like,
This is going to be the only time you can fight in the desert.
Yes.
well, I just want
During the day.
I just want the NPC ability for Drowse.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's more powerful.
Maybe that's why I can't play one.
Yeah. So there is on this northeast section there is a sort of like where's my square? There's my square. Sort of 40 maybe 50 feet wide section that's just been carved through. And
Is that like the entrance or is it damage?
it looks like it's just been sort of torn through because the entrance is the other. Because you were looking at the back wall of the amphitheatre, the entrance is just going to be the other side. Looks like something has just carved through, and there's like bits of rubble and whatnot scattered through the path. So you can either head down that way, or carry on past the other side and coming through the front of the amphitheatre.
No, I think we go down that
I
way.
don't think we go through the front door.
Yeah, we don't. This side door sounds more promising.
But they'd expect us to go to the front door less, and they would decide.
Yeah.
Or maybe they knew we'd think that happened.
I hadn't thought of that. And exactly where they'd have caught me out.
Or we climb up and go from the roof.
You hear a scream of pain and a loud thumping sound
Oh,
One
it is
giant
dead
down.
giant.
somewhere to your right. Yeah.
Oh god.
Are we going down
I mean,
here?
leading with a crit is really hard.
Yeah.
So we're going down here?
Yeah.
I'll
Check
check.
the traps
Huh?
on the
That's a
way?
very good idea.
It's just the
I
one
don't
crit.
want to go through here.
Two
Yeah.
crits, the guy would have died like that.
Want to give me assistance on that one?
Yeah.
Cool, checking the traps on the way down.
Okay, what's your marching
You get
order?
advantage anyway.
Me and Alton out
That's
front.
true.
Okay,
Both
right.
check for trap.
Alright,
We
you
can
both be-
actually both
How
check
about you both
traps.
be like, say, 5 to 10 feet in front of me, and I'll be like holding up my mine detectors.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
Right, I know how skilled you are. I know you can find any traps. Take a inspiration.
Anyway, right, hang on, before you do this, marching order.
Rogues.
Well, rogue
Rogues.
scouting. I guess me and you next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to go and...
What, immediately
Yeah.
behind?
10 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be immediately behind.
Yeah.
you.
Immediately
Between
behind.
behind the gap.
We
I'm
I
not-
mean,
I'm not
it's
gonna
5
risk it.
foot. There's
I'm not
5
gonna
foot.
risk it.
How dark is it in here?
Rogues, it's all daytime.
You can see
Okay.
It's
there
daytime in the
is
cave.
light. There's just a thick black cloud above you. It's like overcast. Bear in mind how big this is. You guys can walk like next to each other. So where are Fenrir, Uriel?
How wide is this? It's 40 foot.
40 to 50 foot, depending
Oh.
on parts. It's fucking
Okay.
huge.
If he's near the front, then I'll go near the back. Then.
somewhere in the middle.
I agree.
I cast Long Strider.
Okay, where are you going, Snap?
So,
Hit it in the middle, man.
so it's 40 feet.
Yeah, 40
Do we
feet
think extra speed will
Oh,
be handy?
so we could just do two
Yeah.
lines potentially.
You could just do 2 lines, yeah.
Alright.
But we're right in front of the trap, so
Yeah,
there's no
Range,
near that one.
range.
I don't want to be right at the back.
Very range.
Kind of not the front.
I
Like,
was going to say, because we can't see the back.
yeah,
yet.
thank you.
So range.
Oh yeah, that'd do next to Flint.
Sure.
Flynn.
I'll have the flapping that Bronzebeak following us at the very back.
Oh god, I forgot about the...
Is it if you cast a spell on you or if someone casts
well,
just
did
checking
the hippogriff... Griffin, whatever it is, get on
That's
the
a very
rock
good
with
point.
us?
I mean,
Yeah,
it only.
slower.
How long does it last?
Lasts. It's forever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it just stays,
It
doesn't
just
it?
stays.
Yeah. So yeah, it would have just got on a rock.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Just it's a horsepower thing riding it.
Mhm.
It's like a
If
centaur.
you were
So if
riding
it didn't
riding
get-
it,
Centaur.
If it didn't get on the
Right,
rock,
so-
then it was going to be hours behind us.
Oh yeah. Well, if it didn't get on the rock, it's currently resting. Like it's nowhere near.
That's why I was checking.
Okay.
You found it yet? Or?
Just wondering.
Waited.
just checking if you can gain long strike and it'll affect the thing as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
One of them, make any spell that casts any spell that targets just me also. So even if you cast a protection on energy on me, it would also hit my mount.
That's pretty good.
Cool. Well, take long strider, so you and your mount get +10 speed.
Okay, that seems like a great idea.
Mm.
You know what else is a great idea? Protect from energy, specifically lightning.
This is the effect of Find Greater Steed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Once mounted on it, you can make any spell that targets only you, also target the mount.
that is missing part of that words. You can make any
Part
spell.
of that words?
Sorry, part of that sentence. While mounted on it, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you. Also, that targets only you cast that targets only
So I
you.
can't take
Also,
long strider.
Oh, okay.
Unless you cast it on his thing.
So you can just cast it on me or just the bird or just himself.
If you could just cast it on the bird.
I say the bird. If you're riding the bird into battle,
Do you want it on the
When
bird?
I'm
Well,
drunk
what's
the potion, I will not be in the bird.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
So you want it?
It's better on you, isn't it?
I think it's
I can. It's not concentration.
Yeah, but it's better on you because he's just.
He's
gonna
I already
stand
have
there.
it.
He's
Oh, you've already got it. Oh,
He can
he's
just
just
be like,
cast it.
level 1, level 1, level 1. And that's
I don't really use spells.
Then
So
yeah, then just I'll take it.
cool. You have
Can't be-
40, you have an extra 10 speed.
Nice.
I mean, ranged characters don't really need it.
The
Pretty much.
Dragon
Good.
can
That's
fly
pretty
80
much
feet,
it.
so also doesn't
I think
need
he
it.
might.
Are you gonna?
He's got his
I
flaming sword.
wouldn't mind.
Sure.
I'd do more damage up front.
Yeah. Alright. And you have a bonus action dash.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna disengage and
Cool.
double dash.
So what's that, 10 feet?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you increase by 10.
So it's Flint, Teldrin, and Fenrir that have additional 10 foot.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
You had it.
Trap checking.
You two were looking for traps.
You had it.
I don't know.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, sweet catches.
Oh wow, you both.
Sorry, are we doing?
He inspired you.
Yeah, I know, but I rolled 2 5s.
Well done.
Roll a 5 on the D10 now.
What was it? Investigation or perception?
Perception.
Does that depend?
That's a 4.
That should be fine.
Well, that's a 10.
Well,
Hit the customer, right?
perception.
Dice is a 10.
Yeah.
Perception if you're looking for mechanical
Oh, wait, no,
traps, or
think-
investigation if you're looking for magical traps.
Yeah, it's not an ad, it's a replace it.
Which
I'm guessing you're
look for
proficient
one
in
each.
perception, right?
Yeah.
What?
One of us look for mechanical, one of us look
I'll
for
do
magical.
magic, you do mechanical.
There we go.
Cool. So magical is investigation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're different.
Who's
so
got better
oh, wait.
investigation?
Oh,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
Who's got better investigation?
Probably him.
Investigation's 2.
Yeah, mine's better.
Okay.
Not by much.
3.
So that's 15 plus 4, so 19. So 19 for me.
Cool. 19 for you.
11.
11. Cool. As far as the two of you are able to tell, there are no magical or mechanical traps in this vicinity.
Lovely.
When are we glugging?
Possibly at the end of this tunnel.
Basically, when we see something and think that's a bit big.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Well, I think we need to
Yeah,
do
so-
it before
Uh,
that
is-
happens.
It's 24 hours.
Is it a bonus action?
Yeah.
I'd rather be.
It's bonus action, drink a
small
potion,
on
yeah.
stealth, 'cause
I'm just checking these ones didn't have.
So we can fit through this.
Actually,
area whilst
let
we're
me
large.
let me.
Yes.
It's
It's
40
40 foot wide.
Hang on.
We could have 4 of us next to each other. 4? 2 of us, maybe.
Giants 10.
Huge is 3 by 3, 15 foot.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay,
2 of
so-
us.
Plus, we won't be able to sneak if we're big.
We can.
Well, it wouldn't be as easy. It's easier to sneak around when we're, whatever, 6 foot
Cool.
tall than when we're 60 foot
So
tall.
the sort of section you're walking through is huge. 1, 2.
Exploding.
Yeah,
It's the trebuchet.
It's the trebuchet destroyed a wall or something.
It's about 150 foot long, and you can see past it. It opens up into the actual arena.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I guess now is the...
Bear with. You can also see in the center of this arena a huge hole in the floor. The massive hole in the floor.
Worm-shaped
Now
hole.
she can't fly.
As Sascha and Alton are stepping forward, you both walk forward a little bit,
Click.
and the ground starts to just give way. Just,
Oh, fuck.
I need you both to make deck saves.
Woo!
Again, wow.
But you can add to this 1 because you're within my protective.
You're
1.
5 foot from him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, prisoners overrated.
Oh,
Fuck
it's based
you.
on your charisma.
Alton,
The deck save.
Sorry, I should be giving everyone +5.
16 plus 1.
Yeah.
17.
Cool, you managed to dive back as the sinkhole appears beneath your feet.
28.
Cool, you also dive back as a sinkhole opens beneath your feet.
What the hell is going on?
Cover shows.
I know, but
11 was 10. Didn't get very big.
Okay.
Looking down, you can see a tunnel inside the sinkhole. There's a bit of a gap to both sides, sort of 5 foot or so gap on either side.
Is there lights?
There's no lights down there at all.
Let's go for the other hole, because this is one they wanted us to fall into. Right?
Well, hang on. Before we go jumping down the hole and fighting the dragon, do we not just want to flank the trebuchets first?
With a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
think that's probably a
gargoyles
real-
loading
There were a
them.
lot of
there are a lot of
gargoyles.
There's 50
There's like
gargoyles.
40 or something.
40 to 50 you
I
couldn't
mean, if
quite
we're
count.
going into
Yeah, I don't think
the main part of the amphitheatre,
We'll fight them in
then
eventually.
we need to go round this 5-foot thing and drink our potions, I think.
If so,
There's going to be more pit traps.
yeah, if we don't deal with the gargoyles,
Does it look like this was actually a trap, or if it was just an accident?
If
that hit
we
it?
don't deal with
As far as you guys can tell, this is just a natural sinkhole.
Does it go into anything? or is it
There's a
just-
tunnel beneath it.
I'm gonna light a torch and toss it into the hole.
Okay.
Or, well, or light a torch
How
and
far
stick
down
my
is it?
hand in and see what we can see, and then I might throw it.
I mean, it's a tunnel. There's a tunnel.
No, how high is it, though?
Worked or
Maybe they didn't find the gargoyle, but it's
I mean,
barrel straight through.
it is a tunnel
Knock
through
down the
sand.
door to the dragon.
recurring then?
Let me see if I can.
Purple one? Purple one? Purple one?
Big ancient blue dragon.
Big
Oh, actually, no. This is it's sort of
Dead party. Yes. Yes, that one. That one there. There we go. We're all agreed on that one.
it's.
That's a lot of trebuchets.
I mean, there's a lot of fight going on.
It's another giant dad.
Someone else has protective energy.
It's sort of like
I can use protection from
tunnels
blood
dug out of
resistance.
clay and sand.
It's dug out of
Distance.
planes.
Yeah. Height from 20 to 30 feet, it depends. But all the sand that was just at the surface is just sunk to the bottom. There's nice, quite a nice
We're
little
both in melee,
uh,
and we're both going to
sand cushion, essentially.
It's a
I've
penis.
got all the
It's
malformed
a
sweets today.
penis.
Really have.
Someone take a photo of that. It is a penis.
If your dick looks like that,
It's Liam's cock.
I mean, I have a green and a red one as well.
Do another like 20 minutes. So if you need to go, just go.
No, that's
Just mind all the things. Cool.
See in a sec.
So yes,
He's gone to try and
Wait.
investigate the magical occurrences
You said if it
outside.
looks like that, you got to go check it out. And Jordan left.
That was timing.
Don't bend it like that.
Bend it
I
like
don't know if I
Beckham.
want to eat it now.
Ollie,
Go on, slide that
Cool.
right into your mouth.
so yes, it drops maybe 20,
Move
30
on
feet
conversation.
into a pile of sand.
Have some of those.
That was all just falling from the surface.
Alright, do we want to check out the new tunnel or?
Which one? So the one that we would have fallen into?
Yes.
No, it's a trap. As in, like, that's where they want people to go down to face the
Apparently it's
difficult,
natural
the
form.
difficult trail.
That is a bomb.
Cry.
Why have you got all of them on food?
Because it goes with like the person.
Yeah.
No,
You just pick it up and it all suddenly magically changes
she
inside.
picks it up and it in the bag. Everything goes.
It failed its contact.
Very much so.
What are you guys doing? Jumping?
We'll
Or
go in the tunnel.
walking forward?
I would skip the tunnel of trials.
Yeah.
And then
I say go in, drink the potion,
go, yeah.
and meet our end.
meet our end.
Be meat for our end.
Yeah, we definitely will be that. We will be going to the dinner date. We will be the dinner.
No.
So you're going around the sinkhole to either side and going to the edge of the stands of the amphitheatre and drinking potions, or drinking potions now?
If the floor's giving way,
I
then
don't
surely
think gianting is going to be a good idea.
Let's
Yep.
go out.
We
That
want
way we don't want to be huge and walk out and something spots us. We can go out and be like, oh, that would have spotted us if we were huge.
Yeah, that's something. Wait on the potion.
yeah. we'd rather be as stealthy until it's like, okay,
It's still a bonus
there
action
is
to
no
use
way of
both
sneaking
that way.
past this.
Maybe
Just
it's
remember that.
maybe it's too
Yeah,
maybe
you
we could be
could
too
try
big
that.
to fit down that.
Or again, I was going to say, like, if the floor's giving way, then surely being small would mean
yeah.
that we're less likely to make more of the floor give way.
I mean,
Good logic.
I can get to the end and check for things and then give you the all clear to potion and jump.
I can float down and check
Should we
it.
move
what's
further on
there.
then whilst
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
specifically for collapse on the floor?
Cool. You make your way forward. You don't see any sort of sand movements or whatever similar to the sinkhole you just passed. You get to the end of this small like section for the amphitheatre. That hole at this point, the big one in the middle, is
So we decided to feed you to Iymrith to.
it's about 90 feet away.
I wouldn't put it past
It's in the centre of the arena of the amphitheatre.
Not neutral, just not equal.
It's sort of
What do we see up?
at its widest point.
It really would be.
6.
I think I'm the closest to the wall.
It's 60 feet long, 70 feet wide.
To go straight down.
Oh,
or
dang.
It's
go
just
down?
just a hole in the floor, straight down.
Can we tell from here?
Oh god.
Huh?
Oh, if we walked up to it.
You're still 90 feet away.
Yeah, so we can't tell.
Yeah.
Really.
Peering around to the right, you can still see those trebuchets firing, and you can see the place is still swarming with gargoyles. As you're watching, against one of the trebuchets, a bolt of lightning,
Nice.
and you watch as just bits of the trebuchet just fly all over the place,
Hekaton.
Yeah.
and a few of the gargoyles sort of scatter.
I'm just going to reiterate the name of this campaign.
It's almost like
Storm King.
Yeah.
The King of Storms.
And you just
The giants are starting to fight back now, because they're able to.
Up there, yeah.
I mean, the only thing I'd say is, if we really wanted to, we could try a fireball on the crew.
You do see sort of scattered across even the inside, there are like ruined pillars and collapsed stonework and whatnot, which fortunately right now is enough to keep most of the gargoyle activity away from seeing you. But if you were bigger, you'd probably be over the top of all of the blockades.
So run to the hole and...
Check the hole, yeah. Should we just jump in further fall or drop the rock?
Do you want me to levitate down and see if there's anything there? And
We don't have the time. We'll be noticed by the gargoyles, right?
Or do we not, or do only one or two of us want to go to the hole,
Plus he has a bird.
recce and come back, rather than 8 of us stand around the hole?
As it is, 6 of us will just be standing around, visible to gargoyles.
No, just standing in the entrance to the tunnel
You
where they
would,
can't
you would
see.
have to re-roll stealth because we'd be out of path without a trace.
Should we just advance up to the hole?
Yeah, I say
If we're
just keep
advancing
moving
the
through.
Cool. You make your way to the hole, moving quietly, stealthily, trying to dart over when gargoyles aren't really noticing. Are you looking before you jump into the hole, or are you just getting there?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Probably a good idea.
I don't know.
I'll peer
There's just
over.
a dragon mouth, like
Yeah, I'm not jumping into a purple worm stomach.
Cool. You peer down. It's
gone.
like a 20-foot drop to a sand dune. Essentially, there's just a sand dune beneath the hole. About a 20-foot drop, and then there is a room built up around it.
I'm going to drop one of the daggers out of the bag. Just
Okay, you drop a dagger down. It hits sand.
Now they know. Now they know someone's here.
I think we should jump down.
It's the same as
What are you guys doing?
standing on
Should
the
we get
side.
down?
Yeah. We can get down.
I'm going to cast protection from energy on myself.
Cool,
Lightning.
cool,
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Jump down.
cool.
Yeah.
Everyone jumping down, yeah?
Right.
Ride the bird. Oh yeah, why not?
Surprisingly, I'm going to do the
I'll
same
mount
thing.
up onto the bird. Snap him at bronze feet.
Mhm.
We'll both be immune to lightning. And
Cool.
I'll fly on in.
Cool. Excuse me. Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys fly down. You are standing in aside from this sand dune sort of in the middle, which upon getting down and getting closer, you can see like claw marks through it. You do get the sense it's probably where she just sort of climbs in and out of her lair. There is The room in total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 180 feet wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 120 feet long.
And how high?
And it's 40 feet high.
Oh, that's fine.
There is, where you guys have landed, directly in front of you is a 40-foot wide corridor, 40-foot long corridor, that heads out into a larger room. You can see sort of piled up in what would be the southeastern corner, because it sort of spills over the entranceway, there's a large pile of like sandstone and rubble and stuff like that. You can see a few pillars supporting the roof, supporting the cavern. That tunnel does slope down pretty sort of sharply over 40 feet to where the floor is about 20 feet lower. You can see at the far end of the room and north end is an alabaster statue carved to look like the head and neck of a giant demonic snake erupting from a block of stone.
Oh god.
The block is 10 feet high, and the serpent is another 10 feet taller, with 2 gleaming eyes of polished obsidian. Its fanged mouth is open as it glares down at a 20-foot diameter hole in the floor. Standing around the edge of the hole are 3 what look like humans, and 6 things that are definitely not humans, or are some sort of amalgamation of human and snake. There are 2 that have a human body with a snake head, 2 that have a human head and body and snakes for arms, and 2 that have a human head and upper body and a serpentine lower body instead of legs. That is to the north. To the east, you can see a corridor that's 20 foot wide, and goes down. You can't quite see how far it goes down because of where you're standing, but it is at least like 60 feet long. There is also smaller tunnels, about 5 feet wide, that lead into. One of them leads into another room. Or was a room, but part of the wall has been smashed through and has been carved into a sort of tunnel. And then to the west, there's another 10-foot wide tunnel that leads through to another 20-foot. It's like a small section in the wall, like a doorway or something that heads through into a room with a corridor carrying on down past it, which again goes about 40-50 feet. You can't see where it leads to. That is what you have right now.
How well lit is it all?
There is no light.
Didn't think so.
I'm blind.
Which, I mean, technically you shouldn't see that other room, but for simplicity, it's there.
Can I turn on my lantern?
No, there are snakes.
And the snakes haven't spotted us yet.
No, they're looking the other way.
What languages does everyone speak?
I think. Did you say they're looking the other way?
Undercommon, Orc, Giant, Elvish,
Cool.
and Common.
Not snake.
Wait, it says all.
Or abyssal.
Why do I speak all?
Compound languages.
Oh, I'll put that one as well.
With the yarns.
Celestial, Common, Giant, and Primordial.
It says one of my languages is all.
I don't know how you got that from.
Draconic, Dwarvish, and Giant.
Cool.
Are they facing away from us or facing towards us?
They are facing the statue. They have their backs to you. In actual fact, I mean, you shouldn't actually be able to see them right now, so...
Yeah,
He will
okay.
be. He can't he?
Yeah, he's got 120 foot.
He can, can't he?
Where is it?
So can he? Oh
I've
no.
No.
only got 60.
Yeah.
120 feet. No.
How far away are they?
Further than that, I'm pretty certain.
Oh, sorry, I was only half listening.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16,
I guess another
17.
problem
Yeah.
with the
thing that's given
So-
me
over here.
all resistances and
You
all
actually, I shouldn't have said you
vulnerabilities
see
as
them because you don't see them because they are way too far for any of you to see.
Cool, draconic language.
What can we hear then?
You don't. You
none of us
actually,
speak abyssal.
you're not actually close enough to hear them. So
I speak all.
no, you don't.
Where have you gotten that?
Don't know. Hang on, let me unattune to this. See if it is this thing.
That'd be quite funny.
It wouldn't
what the
actually.
word
Yeah.
thing.
It gives me all resistance, all vulnerability, and all languages.
Amazing.
So, broken coding.
That's alright.
So-
So I get that, right?
No.
I will tweet D&D Beyond later, FYI.
So you have a choice of
But for now,
Three
you are
tunnels.
vulnerable to all damage
Three
and
tunnels.
speak all language.
3 tunnels.
Almost resistance.
Yeah, one to each side, one straight forward. The one straight
And the
forward,
snakes were-
But we don't know.
you
about
don't
We don't
actually
know
know
the
about the
snakes
snakes because they're too far away. You can't see them. You can't hear them either.
So we got.
Tunnel in front of you, 40 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
Tunnel to your right at the back end of the room, 20 feet wide. Tunnel to your left at the back end of the room, 20 feet wide.
left hand wall.
So having seen Iymrith, how big is she?
Where-
Like,
see that?
Huge.
so
She's
she's not gonna
bigger.
fit down a
she's-
20-foot hole.
She's bigger than the giants.
Yeah,
The storm
she-
giants.
she's not going to fit down a 20-foot wide
No.
corridor, is she?
Uh,
That's why I asked.
well, she could.
Oh, because she can fucking transform.
Then yeah, pass it after it's dropped.
Oh, we don't have fast without a trace.
Cool. So let's have you all reroll stealth.
You want to recast it?
Can't, just for protection from energy and
No,
so is he.
They're both.
Oh, he's a
concentrating.
recast.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, Matt.
How dark is it?
Fuck you!
You
Oh,
guys
that's
are
much
still
worse.
standing
Fuck
in the
you!
lit
You get
part.
10.
Don't worry. I made up for that for you.
Bitch.
I'm bringing it down.
That was so much better.
I think everyone's
So
bringing it
I-
down,
I
dude.
rolled
Cool.
a 2.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah, but you get minimum 10.
But I
know.
have disadvantage.
So, Alton, 25.
Yeah.
Snap,
21, natural 20.
Nice.
Cool.
Good job.
Flint.
8 for Flint, and then 8 for the Griffin.
Grouping.
Sasha,
28.
cool. Fenrir,
5.
Rip.
Teldrin,
16.
15.
I win!
Wow.
I rolled a 2.
So did I!
good to know.
At least it wasn't a fail, so.
Where you guys go?
You
It
don't
wasn't
know.
a crit fail.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say hug left hand wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
And if it's pitch dark, I would ask Fenrir to either turn his sword down or use the lamp.
I mean,
because I also can't see.
If you stand in the middle,
Yeah.
we've got
Do I,
people.
how far do I see?
Who doesn't? Who
You have
has
120,
dark
right?
vision?
These
150.
two that
But you see quite far into that room.
I mean-
Can't see.
You can tell there's a big old freaking room in there.
Alright, I can't see the end of this room.
So you two are the only people that can't
Yeah.
see the dark.
The room to the north, you can't see the end of the room.
Do we just put you guys in the middle and we just
And
watch?
if you go
I
look,
can dance in lights. Oh no, concentration. Never mind.
I mean, we've got ways of lighting it. We just don't
Yeah.
want
I could use light
I
or
don't want to
daylight.
light it, that's the thing.
because we have two people that gain advantages of being in the
And we'll get
dark,
spotted if
and
we
we
get
at the moment
reduced
have the
light.
Although we
advantage.
don't necessarily know that's.
I mean, it takes an action to light the place up, or a bonus.
Well,
with
can't
your
you hold
thing.
on to one?
You go for it. Like, well, I'll.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean, the
try
problem
running
is,
the Griffin.
sure, we get bonuses for being in the dark, but then they get disadvantages for
That's
being
true.
in the dark.
Light it up.
So,
You can light
yeah.
up maybe if you see it.
I mean,
right.
That's what I'm
someone
saying.
has the dagger of never-ending light.
Me. Oh, it's in the bag.
That's so funny.
That
That was cast, now it's a thing.
I should
Yeah.
definitely
Thank you,
write
the
that
character.
in the bag.
you have a dagger with a continual flame on it.
That's so good.
Why is that not in the
Perfect.
fucking list?
It's like, oh wait, we're not playing that guy anymore. He's there somewhere, but this still shining.
Yeah, are we taking that out then, or?
We can keep it hidden until we see something that we need to contribute.
Well, I mean, one you can hold it when it's covered. It
You just
doesn't
sheath it,
shine
yeah, or
out.
something.
Is what? Sorry.
Is it the holder or is it just the
I think
blade?
it's the blade.
The blade. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
just
so
sheath it.
I mean, I just okay.
Wow.
I'll take
Daggers don't usually come with sheaths.
no,
Oh
but
really?
No,
no.
they go
Well,
into
you
they go
can
into.
get them. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
you get
they're
some
not.
from
Cloth it.
But yeah, I can just wrap it in my cloak.
So you're taking out and flash
Cloak
light
will
and then
continue
closed?
playing.
I mean,
Or you open
I've
it?
got a cloak on. The bag is on my
Oh,
head.
it
I
doesn't
just do
hurt,
this,
it's
take it out,
and
and it's still covered.
Yeah.
It is theoretically
Stop
possible
making
for it
some
to
really
never
nervous
cast
faces.
light in
Because-
space.
Instead of
Cool. So you're putting the
you never put
continual
Oh,
flame
yeah,
dagger.
I'll have it just sort of tucked away somewhere
Okay.
outside.
Cool. Concealed flame dagger is out. Where are you guys going to go look?
So can we see, or is it
Not the
out?
Still dark.
cover? Okay.
You had advantage, didn't you? It's darkness.
Yeah, but
The-
where
your
we're standing,
current-
where we're stealthing from, we're still in
Oh,
the
right,
hole,
okay.
so we're
Yeah.
still in a patch of daylight.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys can see at the moment, but after you come off this sand dune, you're not seeing anything.
Then standing in this place, we want to not be standing here before we are noticed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're left?
Okay, yeah, left wall.
Yeah,
Alright,
see
so
that?
Left, right, or straight up?
Left.
Right.
The left. So you're going to the left tunnel.
Who's guiding me and who's guiding Flame?
I'd say
I'm
you
not-
two
I'm
Not
not-
us two.
They
so
said
stand,
boxes,
stand in the middle of the group.
Okay.
I'm happy to do that, 'cause that means I get no HP from my protective already.
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And we'll just box you.
I'll be out front still, just because I can spot
Yeah.
things
Further.
before.
And one of the two rogues should do the same.
Go on, give us the AOE.
I mean, you could just ride your griffin, Flint, because it has dark vision.
It has dark vision.
Yeah.
Griffins
I
are
mean, I was
amazing.
still on it anyway, but at least the griffin knows where to take me.
Is there room for two?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
How do you feel about being in its claws?
But you can hold on to the side of the griffin because it pulls you along.
I'll just be alongside of someone else then.
I mean, you just hold on to the reins and go in the right direction.
Cool.
You can borrow one.
Reins and,
Sure, I'll get back to you in no.
So
40 now.
new marching order. Flint is in middle on griffin. Where's everyone else going around there?
Also in middle.
I will be second in
Griffin.
line behind Teldrin.
So Toljan is going
At
At
the
the front.
front. I'll should be just behind him.
cool. What about Snap, Alton, and Uriel?
Take that.
These two are going. If the two blind people are going in the middle, then we'll go behind them.
yeah.
So you're walking there. Cool.
I will go like adjacent right of the griffin. There we go. Yeah.
Cool. And you're going to the 20-foot wide tunnel.
Yeah.
Which is
We don't
enough
wanna
for you
be
guys.
in we don't want too many people in a straight line.
It's gonna happen.
No, kind of spread out. Yeah.
I mean, in a 20-foot thing,
Thing is a big-
unless you Z,
Well, currently it's
even when you do
three.
that,
Pretty much any direction is hitting
Okay.
three of us.
So
Yep.
it's pretty much possible not to, 'cause it's 100-foot long.
you walk down this tunnel for a bit. You go maybe 60 feet down before you notice it. I mean, you can see when you actually get to it, you can see the whole length down it, and it turns perpendicular to the left. So it's going straight south. You get about 60 feet down, and Teldrin, you're able to notice that it's a set of stairs going up.
We don't really want to be going up, do we?
I think so.
Really. But,
There are stairs down there.
but we don't see sunlight.
Is this looking suspiciously like it'll be under where the gargoyles are currently firing trebuchets from? Or is that the opposite end?
You're at the opposite end of the amphitheatre.
Okay.
for
There's no light coming down,
that. Not that you can see. No.
so it's got to be going up into something, like into a structure. So it probably goes up into the amphitheatre. Is it
We
worth
could
a
always just check, see
Yeah.
where it goes.
Yeah, just cross it off.
Okay, so you get to the bottom. At that point, you will see light. You will just above the top of the stairs be able to make out flashes of lightning.
Oh, okay, so that's backstairs. Yeah.
Nope, not that way.
So turn around.
Cool. So you go into the northern tower, the bigger corridor, or the other small corridor.
Which one has the UNT?
So as
The bigger
I mean,
one, the 40-foot
You don't know. I
Going
thought
on
you.
with the hug the left-hand wall rule.
Oh, we don't know they're there.
So we're going
Yeah,
north.
because you couldn't actually see them.
Okay.
We're going down
So you can go to the north one.
Yeah, so
Cool.
we'll keep just continue around.
So as you get to the bottom of the northern one, that is when. Yes. That is when you, Teldrin, will see the Yuan T. And as you are watching, they're sort of like swaying. You can hear a low chanting. You can't make out the words. And one of the human-looking ones jump into the hole.
Hold on my hand. Snake people.
Huh?
And then,
Huh?
whose passive perceptions are ridiculously high?
19.
18.
18.
My passive is
20.
Cool.
21 or something like that.
Did you add 5
Passive
figures?
perception 21.
Oh, nice.
Did you add 5 figures?
Good.
Oh, that's traps, never mind.
Yeah. You hear a sort of faint snake-like whispering.
Who hears that? Sorry.
You.
The obscene people.
Yeah, the people with high. So the four of you who've got 18 or higher passive perception. Faint snake-like whispering. You can't understand the words, but it echoes up out of the pit.
Oh, that's not good sound. I don't like whispers. I've come. Not when it's you. When it's things I can't see.
Well, I'm going to assume that the tunnel to the right is the same as the tunnel to the left, but the other side of the amphitheatre.
Kill them.
So, yes. When are we growing?
How far away are they?
Have you got help with comprehend languages?
They're about 150 feet away from you.
Because it's not achievement, is it? It's not achievement, is it? Can I borrow it?
What do I know you want to?
They're snake people. They're not very nice. They don't like humanoids. They eat people.
They might worship a serpent-like dragon.
Would you still have to?
I mean,
definitely
normally
look-
Yuan-Ti worship Dendar the Night Serpent.
But they are definitely doing something a bit ritually.
Oh, they're definitely doing some sort of ritual, and they're doing it in front of a demonic snake.
Can you please name an occasion when they aren't being
That's the brother on the rock down there now.
When they're not murdering someone for a ritual, but for dinner.
What do you guys do?
It might also be the best way to clear the tunnel.
What's the throw on that rock?
As soon as we fight these Yuan-Ti, it'll trigger Iymrith or whatever's going on, right? They'll know that stuff up top just got blown up. Or they'll hear the fighting. But if a massive rock just tumbles down, get a bit more of the amateur fires going.
Yeah.
And then accidentally seals up the hole.
Which is fine as long as they're all dead.
Yeah, then we can't get down the hole.
we can touch the rock and make it small again.
Doesn't have a range, so I'll go by the normal throwing range, which is 20 feet.
Is that improved by size of thrower?
No, because it doesn't change.
A giant whose arms can only throw it.
Wait, I thought it was modified by your...
surprise rock.
Surely throwing stuff was modified
Oh,
by your
good.
strength.
Yeah,
So, yeah, if we were
but
giant... we'd
this
throw
isn't
it.
an attack roll, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's a DC it's a save based thing, and the DC is based on the item, not on what you guys do with it.
Well, it's unfortunate we can't use that.
That's weird.
So it doesn't get changed by your guys' size. Because magic, yo.
I guess we're walking up.
So is it not? Is it 20 foot max? It's not like 20 foot, 60 foot disadvantage.
Nope.
No, because you're not. It's a deck save,
You're probably quite definitely.
so it would be. It just straight up misses them past 20 foot.
I can shoot them. I mean, we can just. They're 100 foot away.
150. Only Teldrin can see them,
And I can shoot them.
and you can shoot them, but the rest of you don't actually know where they are.
Alright, well, next turn we can bash up.
Yeah, a little bit closer.
Yeah.
You haven't entered the room yet.
Yeah.
If you stab it with the flaming dagger, I'm not saying for damage, but for simply sake of...
Seeing it.
Yeah.
I did.
So one of you two want to come up front to
Yeah.
trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
They must have fast trapped the Yuan-Ti.
Okay, so I'm assuming we'll just do that instead.
Putting down behind themselves like claymores, the stuff you would think.
No, all they're set there.
No,
and they just know it's
Oh,
there.
I mean, I would try and look out for them as well. I just don't have advantage. I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. So if you're looking for a mechanical, make a perception check. If you're looking for magical traps, make an investigation check.
Bam!
mechanical.
Make a choice.
Cool. You have an advantage either way.
Go for magic.
28.
And that was mechanical?
Wow.
Wow.
These are out the way
Shit.
before you found the time.
You don't have reliable talent, do you?
Yeah. I do.
Oh, that's okay then.
That's a
So
10.
if I was doing mechanical, that would become a 10, which would make it 20.
We were doing magic
Cool.
box, you were doing
Doesn't seem to be
I
any.
said mechanical before I rolled.
There isn't any mechanical traps in this 40-foot long, 40-foot wide tunnel.
Lovely.
Cool. So you guys are making your way into the room?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you make your way into the room, carefully and quietly. As you do so, you do become aware that not only is there's that big pile of like sand and stone and rubble to your right in the southeastern corner. There is a similar pile to your left in the southwestern corner, and Teldrin, you can see another pile to the northeastern corner.
What's causing the piles of sand? Is there like a hole in the ceiling, or?
There is not. No.
Okay, that's kind of strange.
What's in the southwest?
Bear with.
You guys know about these piles
Just
of
bear
sand.
with.
Sand elemental?
The dragon's hiding underneath the sand.
That's why
So-
the dagger in the previous pile.
As you guys walk into the room and start making your way forwards, Uriel, Teldrin, Alton, and Sascha, as you step into the room, you become suddenly aware that in the sound bubble to your right is a pair of draconic eyes and horns poking out of the rubble.
Can I shoot it?
And we're going to end there. Because the other three, unfortunately, are going to be surprised by this because she's hidden from you.
Hey, whack-a-mole with a dragon.
Well, that's gonna be fun.
I'm just gonna sit there and be, where's Iymrith? Is she
So
in
who's there?
this pile?
Where's the dragon?
No.
For my own like
just-
sanity and things, is there light in that room?
Bonus action.
Nope.
die.
Yeah, well.
The light is pitch black.
Cool.
The room is pitch black.
So, and the continual flame is 10 foot, 10 foot?
It's got a slide one round.
I have no idea how big
the flame
is. I shall check.
The ideal thing is just to leave it inside something.
Yeah, I just want to work out how wide an area it illuminates, so I can illuminate, so I can aim at the right target.
It's the same as a torch.
It's
Which is super helpful.
30-30, is
No,
it?
no.
No.
I want to say 2020.
It might be
Yeah,
20-20.
so something like that.
Actually, yeah, lantern's 30-30, torch is 20-20.
2020, yeah. 20
So
foot
I
right.
mean, if we impaled one of the Yarn-T with
So,
The blade would be covered.
Whatever.
but there we go. We're going to pick up
Oh,
for the final fight
So there, guys.
it, that or I just have to toss it.
next week.
Oh, no.
I mean, you definitely made the going full on against the gargoyles is gonna fuck you guys up.
Yeah.
And you never know, the giants might make it through.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think they do.
if the ceiling collapses,
I'm going to do that combat on my own. I'm going to have fun and
Yeah.
do my own little combat.
Liam loves playing with himself.
Roll some
Roll
dice.
dice by himself.
They're a retcon it so that they actually did it so quickly that they already got to the dragon and died. Like, on my hair.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of the pit.
Yeah.
Oh, bag.
They're in the other sand pit.
Just picture that. It's like, Liam, what?
That's
why
what's
are you
buried in
playing
the other
D&D on
corner.
your own? It's like, I've got
I
to
need
do
to
it. I'm
roll
so
the
I gotta
lonely.
roll the dice, yo!
No, it's
Gotta roll the
it's
dice.
50 gargoyles. Have you said goodbye on that, by the way?
Huh?
Is it still running? Or still
Yeah.
No,
running?
still going.
Oh.
Yeah, 50
This is all
gargoyles
out for-
versus now 4 storm giants.
Yeah.
Rip.
Although Trebuchet and a few dead gargoyles already.
Oh yeah, I mean the stone giants, storm giants are starting to bring back. They just had to get in range.
Yeah,
The
well,
trebuchet's
I mean,
still
Fine. They're fine. It's fine.
Hex got like cool lightning or some shit going, so yeah, they're probably okay.
I kind of wish I had done what I thought about, which is give them all invisibility just so they get
Why?
disadvantages for the things attacking them.
Yeah.
Chair's just squeaky.
We'll see if they make it next week.
Yeah, we'll
They
see.
might do.
Also,
They
good
might.
luck
They
with
might.
skin with that.
They might turn up to save the day.
Skin with that.
That's promising.
They might not. I mean, I'm gonna roll it. They legitimately might all get wiped out.
No, I
before
mean
they
the
get
fact that
anyone.
they might turn up to save the day, which indicates
Help the day towards a possible save.
Either fucking way, we'll find out next week.
We will do. Thank you very much for watching. Do go watch the fundraiser. Please donate. It is for a great cause. Goodbye.